we're streaming.
Hello, hello.
Hey, what's up, Jake?
Oh, I thought that was a test.
Hey,
Sorry.
what's up, Jake? No.
Oh, I thought that was a test.
Hey,
Sorry.
what's up, Jake? No.
Oh, I thought that was a test.
Hey,
Sorry.
what's up? Coolio. Sound check complete. Do.
About 5 o'clock, I gotta step away to go order food.
You're on the West Coast, right?
Yeah. Oh, in about 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's purely because of timing. If I try to order it later or earlier or later, it's not gonna be ready in time, and yeah,
No
you know how
worries.
that works.
No worries. You just had surgery, so I know you walk slow.
No, no, my roommate's picking it up.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
And
I was there
Andrew
on the way
Schultz,
home from work.
Josh. Sorry.
Oh my god, he's hysterical.
I love him.
He's another one that could say whatever he wants. And
Exactly. And that's what I said. He was offending all the Asian guys about a Chinese invasion, and I was dying, and they were dying. It was hysterical. Oh, no, you know what it was? The other funny one was he's talking about somebody said something, and everybody took offense to it, right? And he was talking about, we in New York, we're not that stupid, whatever, you're not going to name your team after. Well, the Chicago Bears are like so into their teams, whatever, they can name things after disasters, right? The Chicago Fire, you know what I mean? And so people were laughing because the major Chicago fire. He goes, we in New York, we are not that insensitive. We are not. Can you imagine if we named our team after some great horrific event that occurred in New York, and everybody knows he's talking 9/11, right? Can you imagine that? The New York 9/11s? Nah, we just call them the Jets. I was rolling.
that was his new stand-up, right?
I think so. I was dying. I was like, dude, you are. He is a funny dude, though. But you're right. He could say pretty much whatever he wants, and he's like Bill Burr before Bill Burr got his wife probably talked to him, and now he's like all trying to be politically correct on all this shit. And people are like, go back to the way you were, where you offended everybody.
There was one I heard.
The gay people. I'm like, geez, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
There was one I heard the other day. It was a really good one. It was a young girl on stage, and there was a whole line of people behind him. One of them, the camera was specifically focused on this one, looked like a black rapper, and she was talking about how nowadays, racism is cultural. It's ingrained into our being. Walking home, middle of the night, I saw a black guy approaching me, and I immediately clutched my purse. I know he's not for sale, but I clutched it anyway. So anyway, he did end up stealing he did end up taking my wallet later.
That's hysterical.
That's fucked up.
I know, it's right, but still, that's what makes it funny.
You thought that was going a completely different direction, didn't you?
Exactly. Yep, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. That's what makes the shit funny, is when you can offend people, so.
And not have to worry about getting blasted.
Wait a minute. I came in late. Y'all are laughing.
We are, and I'm probably going to have to cut part of that out because I don't want anybody getting offended on our stream because we're streaming and all these jokes went over the stream. So that's all right.
All I heard, y'all were laughing, and the last thing I heard was, I found out she was a man.
Yep. Nope. That's not what it was.
That's not what was said.
We were talking about Monkey, and it was slightly offensive, but it's all right.
Okay.
Now we were talking about comedians and how on how they're paid to make people laugh at shit that most people probably wouldn't want to laugh at. And I gave the example of Andrew Schultz talking about how not New York, but Chicago naming their teams after great disasters like the Chicago Fire. And he said that we would never here in New York, we would never name a team after a great. Can you imagine like the New York 9/11s? Are you kidding me? No, we just call them the Jets. And I was dying. Everybody's laughing. It's like, that's the stuff that people should be able to talk about. But yeah. Anyway, let's kick this off. We're already like 30 seconds behind. So
30 seconds. For shame.
Hush him out.
That sounded good, actually.
We have been practicing. For 50 years.
Did it again. Son of a bitch.
Or still trying to log in. Today in class, right? Oh my gosh, I don't get my students sometimes. I just had to give her a look. I say, hey, what's the answer? And the wrong answer, the student goes, oh, it's 1. No. Okay, what do you think? Oh, it's 1. What? I said, what? He just said that. Why would you even say that? She
What
goes,
grade?
I don't know. 5th.
Okay.
Probably trying to be funny.
I had one of the best teachers ever for government in high school. He would do all his exam reviews as a first period through 6th period D&D campaign. He would literally draw maps on the board, and like you had to open a door or something instead of rolling dice, you would have to answer questions.
Thank you.
It was so fun. Yeah, they'll have fun, man. It's a really, really fun way to get everyone involved. The fact that every class works together was even cooler.
All right, Ishmael, if you don't answer this question, the dragon cuts your head off.
Exactly. 10-year-old.
You're kindergarten, wrong class. Great performance. Yes, I'm really like that with my kids.
Yeah, you need to be.
Hey, I've never had a parent call or complain in 20 plus years. So. It's because all the kids love me, that's why.
That's what it is. They just want to graduate high school to get out of, or graduate school so they can get out of there and get away from you. And they know if they complain about you, you'll fail them and dick it up.
Yeah. I'm failing music. You're failing music.
Hey, we made it. Here we are. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Friday Night Lights. I'm Sean, your host. Okay, it's not Friday Night Lights. We're not doing football. Here is our
foosball.
Yeah, foosball. Here's Agora Quest. Our Heroes of Kreistrich edition, our 5th edition. Yeah, that's what we're doing. But I appreciate you guys spending your Friday with us. I know we were supposed to be here last Friday, but we just had a lot of conflicts, and so we just pushed it back till today. I appreciate players being able to accommodate. So just so you're aware, we will be gaming next Friday as well, I hope, unless something goes wrong, but let's plan on it back to back so we can catch up our 2 missing sessions. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you would like to. Look at there. Monkey is already ahead of the game. He is always ahead of everybody. Appreciate that resubscription, Bella. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the follow button, the little bell thingy so it goes off whenever we are on. You can get notified. As you watch the stream, don't forget you earn tokens. Every stream does it. People just create different ways for you to use those tokens. And in our case, if you trade in your tokens, you can give natural 1s or natural 20s to the party, to the DM, to an individual player, however you want to divvy it up. Just trade those tokens in. Just let us know in the chat who it's for, and we can assign it to them. They are good for just this session, so I encourage you to get them in early and often. Typically, they do not carry over from stream to stream unless there's some extenuating circumstance like the party didn't do any combat, and so they didn't have an opportunity, or they really never had an opportunity to use that token at all. So, like I said, I encourage you to get those in early now. Also, if you want to help support the stream, for every penny that we make, it goes right back into the stream in some way, shape, or form, whether it's hosting service, content provider. Monkey's expensive, man. Every time I ask him to make like a new player token or something, it's like $500, man. I got to freaking save up for a year to pay for one little frickin' token that he
Make me
made.
mad. I'll make it $4.99.
There we go. Save $1. Give military discount. Yeah, we'll take $1. Take $1 off. We're
Wait, I'm going
good.
back.
So, anyway, like I said, man, for every 200 bits that you cheer, you can grant advantage to the player or DM of choice. And of course, those do stick around forever and ever. Amen. Currently, Corvin, you have 1. Hygel has 2. Nilo has 1. Tarikas has 6. Because Tarikas never fights. He never uses it. So he's always in the back healing people. But yeah, so like I said, for every 200 bits you cheer, you can grant advantage. Just let us know who it's for. I'll track it. If the players need to know, I'll let them know if you guys can't remember. Also, if you like Greyhawk content like us, there are a lot of good Greyhawk content providers out there. Lord Kazumba, Anna Meyer, Mike Disney, who I have a little note about him here in a second. But if you go to the Greyhawk Creatives page, that's twitch.tv/team/Greyhawk Creatives. Go check them out. There's a plethora of great content out there. I encourage you to go give them a like, follow, give them a listen. Let them know where you heard about them and kind of help spread the love. And the reason I mentioned Mike Disney specifically, he's a gamer. And I was actually on his channel. I think he's still on now, but right before we started streaming, I went to his channel and I was chit-chatting with him. And I gave him an invite, and he's agreed that we're going to look at, once you guys are done with this adventure, bringing him in for a guest spot, either as a player character or as the bad guy. Haven't decided which.
Who's that?
Face cam froze. Uh-oh. Thanks, Excel. Uno momento.
We liked it better frozen.
Yeah.
The truth has come out. The AI.
I'm going to put this in live. At least it got my good side, right? So let me restart my cam here. Just a second.
Oh,
here.
thank you, Paul M.
What? Come on, Paul. Dude, man, you and I are gonna have to.
The no machine.
Me and Paul are gonna have to have words here in a minute. Well, not like in a minute, but when I get a chance. Let's do.
And I have another friend that I actually talking to right
Sounds
now.
like
His
no
name is Paul
supremacy
M.
talk
too.
to me.
Yeah. All right, let's deactivate.
Every time he says Gnomish brother, like I'm like, is he giving it to the wrong person or not?
Yeah, exactly. Actually, so he said his gnomish brother, so that would be the gnome. Yeah, Hygel. So I'm assuming that's who it's for. All right, so we got our camera back. All right, so Paul gave it.
Thank you.
All right, so now you each got one. So now we're clear. So let me go put that down.
Excel, you the man.
All right, so Tarikas
Paul
has
too,
one.
but you the man also.
And Hygel has. Hey, definitely appreciate that though, man. The players could definitely use them as we go along. So let me go back out of studio mode, and we're back. There we are. Let me see if I can move this a little bit. We're good? All right.
I see your lips moving there, but I don't hear nothing you saying there. Am I the
I
other
had
one?
a full audio cut for a moment myself. I'm
I'm
back now, but
So
I
it's
don't
not
hear
related.
no, I'm
Yeah, he's completely cut.
really, my mic's working.
I see his lips moving though.
Can you guys hear me on Discord?
We'll do Chinese theater. Yes, Tarikas gets.
Kabuki time.
All right.
Orcus is want.
Nilo got one
Oh,
too.
we also have a natural 20 for Tarikas.
Nilo.
And natural 20 for me. Thank
wait.
you, Excel.
Okay, so Sean, they can hear the stream. We can't hear you in Discord then.
All right, give me just a second, guys. If you can hear me on the stream, I got to make sure that I get all these.
Yeah.
All right. Doo-doo-doo.
Always something, isn't it?
Always something.
Always something.
Doo-doo-doo.
Oh, who was it that just said that? Always something. turn. I need to boost you up a little bit. You're a little on the quiet side for me.
Yeah, I've got
175.
my,
Can you guys
my
hear me on
PC
this channel?
repaired. So.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
I can hear you
yeah.
now, Sean. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, and you're I can hear you better as well, Hearn. Perfect.
Yep. So some reason whenever it runs things through NVIDIA, it just dies, and somehow it got shifted off of off of my microphone to NVIDIA, even though NVIDIA is supposed to be my mic's supposed to be filtering through that for some additional like sound and stuff like that. But anyway, so let me go back and get these correct. So Hydro got a nat 20, right? Tarika's got a nat 20. Nilo got a nat 20. Is that who got them?
Mhm.
Or are
Yeah.
those
Tarikas and Nilo, yeah. And Hydro, yep.
Yep. So I just want to make sure that audio and video are in sync. That's what I like the most. All right, I'm just going back up here just to make sure that I didn't. Well, actually, I can do it on my stream channel. Let's go out here and look at. Give me just a second, folks, and then we'll get started for real. Oh, somebody already cleared out the rewards. Thanks, whoever did that.
That was me. Sorry.
Yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah. So
I
got a nat 20.
I actually just ordered a Radeon RX 670 to replace my old NVIDIA.
Yeah. So
It's MSI brand, no, so it'll link right into my existing system.
So you guys can hear everything out there in the interwebs. You can hear the players. You can hear me. My stream, my camera's working. I haven't frozen. Appreciate somebody keeping an eye out on the chat because usually I have to close down my OBS or minimize it so that I can see the DM's version of the map. So anyway, like I was saying, I encourage you guys to go check that out. And I talked to Mike Disney. I'm actually over on his Discord. I'm going to ping him privately. Don't know if or when we can get him in, but my intent is to get Mike over here when you guys are done after this adventure. So however long this takes, knowing you guys will be here next year, but who knows? You might get through it quicker than that.
All right, cool.
But my intention is to get him over sort of as a guest player or something, and he seemed pretty excited about it. We'll see. I mean, he likes to play D&D, and he knows this is a 5th edition game, so I think that stokes him even a little more. He's interested, so we'll see how that goes. So we may have he's on right now. Yeah, he was on before.
He's in voice chat. He's in voice chat right now.
Okay, yeah. So he's actually streaming his channel right now, I think. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there, and so we'll see what happens. We have never really had a guest player. I've had a couple of our old players, like oh my gosh, our original, not Adam, but what's her name that used to play with us? So she's up in Seattle now. She used to play Hyacinth.
Kaylee.
Told her. Kaylee, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, she used to play Hyacinth, and she was in our face-to-face game for the longest, and now she's out in Seattle. I've invited her to come back and retake up Hyacinth at a higher level just for like a one-shot thingy, but things just have never seemed to work out. So it'll be interesting to see how it works, because we don't use cameras. Usually when people come on as a guest or whatever, they're usually on cam or stuff, but I'll just give them access to the Discord and pop them in, and poof, here we go. So anyway, we'll see what happens. Stay tuned for further news, but the party has to get through this slog first. And if you have been following, you know that our party was hired by a band of gnomes who arrived in the city of Exag just after the party got back from the space floating, or the floating tower or whatever it was in the void, trying to help Ragnar's family recover an artifact that would help lead them to where the Kund clan, where their seat of the kingdom was way back centuries ago when they were thrown down by an overwhelming attack from the denizens of below. The last of the dwarven kings is seeking to reclaim his throne and reestablish the kingdom of Kund, but unfortunately, nobody knows where that kingdom truly lies, and so Ragnar took up the task of trying to figure that out. Unfortunately, they met a dragon that was just a little bit too much for them, and not only did they not get the artifact they needed, but they lost the artifact that they had. And so now we wait to see what may transpire. But in the interim, the party has taken up this task. They went back down into the mountains where they were previously, when they were in the lost dungeons of Judge Kanth, or what we like to say is Igwild's lair. They had been searching through there, which is where they found the original artifact they needed. But nearby there was an ancient ruin, and the ancient ruin used to be for priests in a cult of a thought to be long dead god by the name of Tharosden. They call him the chained god, and he who has no name, and all these other strange names for this long dead god. But think of him as the Cthulhu of the Greyhawk mythos. And so all the good and evil gods actually got together under one banner to overtake him and banish him to the outside regions. And so this temple has long since been abandoned, but nature abhors a void. And so the party, or I should say the creatures and denizens of the region, slowly but surely began to fill the emptiness of the oops, sorry, my ADD kicking in. Hey, thanks for that, Paul. I appreciate that. So anyway, the denizens have begun to fill it up. And so the party was asked by the gnomes to go clear it out, because obviously it's nearby the gnome community. They don't want all these humanoids and hordes of creatures roaming the mountainside. And so the party went in, first tried a frontal assault, were making some pretty good headway till they began to get down into the lower regions where the leaders were, and they realized that not only were they fighting gnolls and Norkers and other relatively weak creatures, although there was a horde of them, there were giants down there, there were trolls down there, there were other creatures down there, and they just could not sustain the frontal assault. And so they ran away and found themselves a little cave to hide in, recuperate a little bit, and then they tried it a little bit smarter, and they went searching around the mountainside and found a backdoor entrance. It was guarded by a couple of Norkers. They took those Norkers out, and they have since been in the basement of the temple-ish. And so, I'm sorry, yes, I apologize, Hearn. It was a tactical retreat, lest they get their asses kicked even worse. Better? And so they snuck their way in through a hidden tunnel, and that is where we find ourselves now. We are in the dungeons, or the basement beneath the great edifice. It's a great black ziggurat, actually sort of upside down, made out of this solid rock, and everything that you guys have found has all been black basalt, very heavy, thick volcanic rock. The upper levels were very polished stone, where down here in the dungeon layer, it's worked, but it's still a lot of rough stone. There was one passage on the entryway coming in that you guys saw was completely worked and smooth and tiled, and it looked like in ages past they had been working to fill in this under region, but it was never completed. So it's about half completed, but regardless, you guys have been working your way around. Looks like you've covered a lot of the dungeon, and when last we left, you guys had to make quick work of a gelatinous cube, which apparently engulfed somebody. I believe, was it
I don't think I
Ragnar?
actually got. I don't think I actually got anybody. It tried to get somebody, and
Yes,
they managed
that's
to
right.
avoid it just in time.
Yeah, that's right. Ragnar, I
Because I don't
think.
remember having to pull anybody actually
Yeah,
out.
I think Ragnar got hit by it, but he managed to get pulled out, or he managed to escape and avoid being absorbed completely. So that is where we left off. That is where we left off. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us to see what the hell is going to happen tonight as our party continues their investigation beneath the law or the forgotten temple of Tharizdun. Players, any questions, anything else that I need to bring up or that you need to know that I did not already cover? If not, let us begin. As you stand once again in the dark corridors beneath the temple above, the oozing remains of this thing, this gelatinous cube, which blocked your view into the chamber to the north. I think you guys have already kind of searched through it, but whatever was there has already been picked clean, and you see nothing but smooth bones with maybe some small bite marks on it from rats, etc., etc. There is a worked stone hallway 10 feet wide continuing to the south, as you can see where Zadkiel is. But that is where we sort of left off. And just from a health standpoint, looks like Nilo's down a few. Ragnar is down about 28, it looks like. And I think everybody else is within 4 or 5 of their max. Well, it looks like Hygel's down 11 and Zadkiel's down. So everybody's down a couple of points here or there. The two that are down the most, Hygel's down 11, Ragnar's down like 20 something. But as I said, as you stand here recuperating from the surprising assault as this thing literally came out of the 10-foot wide hallway. You thought it was a hallway. It was like so much smeared muck on its one side that it looked like the wall. But be that as it may, you guys have survived. And so now we have a hallway running to the south, or you guys can go really wherever you want. What do we do? What do we want to do?
I'd like to slap the orc.
Okay. She's right there. She's within your vision.
Rolls up the sleeves. Yeah. Nyla, would you like to take point? You know why. You got a familiar.
As you missed with your dagger. She throws her dagger at you. She missed.
Just clinks off my shield, falls around. Yeah. I can tell. Corvus, you're muted, by the way.
You with this, Jake, or did you leave?
What?
I know. I remember him saying something about food.
Yeah, I know that, but he actually did something. He actually fired his dagger at.
His weapon. That's why I'm like, they're paying attention.
Yeah. All right. Where do we want to go? So right now, Nilo is zombified as Nilo's out getting food. At his roommate's bringing food, I guess. But let us go ahead and decide. What do we want to do, the rest of y'all? Don't everybody talk at once. Let's go.
Yeah, is there any other area we haven't explored yet?
I
Yeah,
said
there's
make the
the
wizard
skull
go
down
for
to the south here.
Say that again, Hearn?
Down to the south. We still haven't checked that out.
Yeah, that's pretty much the only place you guys have not gone yet. I think the trash heap, you guys went up. You saw the trash heap and then you left. But continuing south then?
Yeah, sounds like a plan.
All right.
Yes, it does.
All right. Who's taking point?
Preferably not the mage.
Make the wizard do it. He can misty step. He'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. As you guys continue to move yourselves down, as you get right around that corner there, Corvin, you and Hygel, you can actually almost smell a fetidness of water, almost like swampy mud.
Like standing water or something?
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of like standing water. From what you can, yeah, so you can see that the hallway is relatively worked smooth, but at the end you can see it opens into some sort of an open chamber or sort of like almost volcanic like.
I think we should proceed with caution.
What is that smell?
And I urge my companions that we should probably rest because I only have like one chill spot left.
Oh, that was pretty bad.
Well, if you want to head out and make
And
camp, I don't think making
I
camp
just have a
down here is
question
good
real
idea.
quick. I have on my casting, I have my cure light wounds that says at will. Like it's giving me the impression that it doesn't cost me anything. Is it the new?
So you have some sort of a probably something, either an item or something else that allows you to cast that spell once at will. So let me look and see. You have a feature spell there. Features.
Feet. I have the healer.
Yes. So channel divinity. You've got divine spark.
It's a feat. It's called healer.
Yeah.
It says you gain the following benefits: battle medic. If you have a healing kit, you can expand one use of it to create for 5 feet of you to utilize action. Creature expends 1 hit point die of healing. The creature regains a number of hit points equal to the roll plus proficiency bonus.
Yeah, that's not the spell though.
And then it says healing rerolls. When you roll a die determining the number of hit points to restore, you can reroll once, but you have to take the new roll.
Right. So yeah. So I don't know.
If you have an at-will ability for that, that means your class somewhere around the line gives you a cast of that spell without using spell slots, and the at-will version is probably limited in some fashion, like has a limited number.
Yeah.
That is telling you that you can cast that spell from that pool instead of your normal spell slots.
Exactly, and that's what I was trying to say. I was trying to look and see what the feat.
I did take magic initiate for cleric, which gave me more cleric spells. And
yeah.
That might be it.
I'll look it up. I'll
yeah.
go ahead. I'll look
choose a level 1 spell from the cleric spell list. You always have that spell prepared. You can cast it once without a spell slot. So that's probably what it was, is your magic initiate. I'm willing to bet you took healing of some kind or whatever. So, and then whenever you gain a new level, you can replace one of the spells you chose for this feat with a different spell of the same level, or if you have a new level, you can choose it from that. So that's, again, it comes from your feat, and like Nilo said, it's because of that feat you can cast it without having to burn a spell slot. But I'm willing to bet
and then I need a long rest to get it back. So, yeah.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah, I get one for Hex and Misty Step because of my Fey Touched.
Yep. So, like I was saying, as you guys round the corner, you can see that this relatively worked passage opens up into more of a volcanic kind of a look, with a pool of water that has sort of a small little path that kind of goes around it. Um, Essentially, this you see this oddly shaped chamber has an oval pool some 30 feet across and 20 feet wide. The light from your torches and whatnot glint on a surface, but from this distance, you can't really tell how deep it is. The pool is slightly sunk in as well. It's not like it's level with the floor. It's like literally like a pool, and it's probably like maybe a foot or so lower than the actual floor of the room. And then you got this pool of water. You can, as I said, you can see that there is a walkway around it partially, but it's pretty narrow, maybe like 2 or 3 feet wide at most. But that's all you can see from this distance with your infravision and whatnot. And again, if you didn't see it, I'm showing it on stream. This is kind of what it looks like.
Hey guys, somebody's already mentioned
Yeah.
one taking a break. Should we go back and somewhere and you know rotate a guard and get some rest so everybody recharges?
I
Who knows
believe we
what's
already
back?
did that too recently.
Did we?
Yeah, we did that right before. We did that right after fighting the golem.
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right.
Yeah, no
And
good, no problem. No
and
good.
for the record, in the game, number one, you can't take 2 long rests in a day. You've already had your 1 long rest that you guys had, and you woke up and you came here. 2, there has to be at least 4 hours between rests. So you can do a long rest, short rest, 4 hours later, another short rest. And then after 4 hours, you can do your nightly long rest, whatever. So yeah, you
Right
can't.
on. I just forgot that we had done
Follow-
one of those recently.
Yep.
We follow American labor laws here
Yes,
for our short
exactly.
rest.
Exactly. That's correct. As well, you should.
It could be worse. It could be trucker labor laws. Then we could do 10 hours.
Exactly.
Then we have to stop.
Yep. Exactly. So anyway, what do we want to do?
Stop in the middle of a fight. Hold up! We need to take a break. We're not
Yeah.
allowed to keep fighting.
Exactly.
It depends. How tapped is everybody? I'm fine. I mean, I'm down a little health, but I'm fine.
Oh,
I'm assuming this.
I'll tell you what. Let me take some of my cantrips, and let me do convert some of them into
Okay. Spell slots.
what's it called? Prayer of healing, I think it's called.
Okay.
I can find it.
Oh, your spell, you mean?
yep. Okay,
Yeah.
everyone gather
Prayer
around.
of healing. So I need to convert. So it's a 2nd level spell.
Yep. So that
How
means
many
that
that's 4
it's-
cantrips?
no, it's 2 per level. Oh yeah, so it'd be 4. Sorry,
Yeah,
duh.
so before.
Okay. I'll use 4 cantrips.
Make sure you track them.
Yep, sir. I didn't track them last time. Whoever used my character last, like the last battle I did, but we had a rest, so I got them back. Right?
Yeah. Yeah. So just consider now that you've got all of your cantrips, which is you have 19 then.
All right. Let me go ahead and well, you'll have to give me a spell slot for it because I don't think I could cast it without it.
When you go to cast a spell, you uncheck
Yeah.
the box where it says.
Yeah, you don't
consume
even
spell
need that.
slot.
Yeah. Just where like exactly what he said.
Okay, gotcha. All right, so let's see if everyone can get close to me in my proximity so I can see you and then mark you if you need healing. Okay, I got 1. 2. 3. Okay, I'll just heal all of us. How about that? 4. 5. There's 5 of us, right?
That is correct. Hey.
Now that if I roll ones, does it allow me to roll them over, or does it tell me, or how's that?
I'm
work?
not sure if it will or not. If it doesn't, I'll do it manually.
Okay, here we go. All right, cast that level. Okay, it's consume spell slot uncheck. You said okay, good.
Yep.
Here we go.
Want me to snooze the ad?
Yeah, please, if you can.
Yep, got one more snooze left.
Okay. Nice.
That heals.
That's actually a good rolls. 876.
Yep.
Very
So
nice.
everybody should have gotten 21 hit points then.
Let's see if it healed me.
I
am back. Yep. Good job. Good job.
So Paul, the 5e thing, it's not really that confusing. It's just he wasn't sure in the game where it showed he had a spell at will, where it came from. So we figured that out, and the other stuff is just house rules for me. Like the cantrip thing, that's a house rule for me. I do not allow unlimited cantrips, but I do give you a pretty good amount. It's the number based on your ability score. So if your spell casting ability is wisdom and you have a wisdom of 19, that means you have 19 cantrips before they can be renewed, and they renew on a short rest. So it's not like you don't have a shit ton of cantrips anyway. So yeah, exactly. It's a VTT issue more than it was a game issue. So let's see. Tarikas has spell casting. Corvin, do you have spell casting?
I do.
What's your spell casting ability? Intelligence. Hygel, yours is intelligence.
Wisdom for him.
Is it wisdom for Corbin?
The Rangers are wisdom, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's Corbin's wisdom score?
Let me see here. His wisdom is 14. So
14.
plus
Yeah.
2.
Well, I don't worry about the +2. That just means if you cast cantrips, you have 14 cantrips available to cast. Hygel, yours is intelligence. What's your intelligence? Like 25 or something like that?
Yeah, it's I think right at 20.
Okay.
Ooh, I can extinguish and light flames 14 times.
Yeah, you go. Hey, that's... And Nilo, your spell casting ability is...
15.
Okay.
15 or 16.
All right, so I got everybody. So I just wanted to make sure, because Ragnar doesn't have spell casting, so I don't have to worry about him. All right, I apologize. I apologize. I just want to I want to keep track of things too, so that's something else that I'm going to try to keep. But looks like everybody's like max health, except I think Ragnar is a couple points down, but everybody else looks to be maxed. So don't forget to deselect everybody, please. As you guys stop at the corner and Tarikas, bringing up his holy symbol of the mighty Saint Cuthbert, whispering a prayer, you suddenly feel this infusion of energy as your muscles begin to relax, and the tightness that you felt from the recent amount of combats flows away. Your wounds bind, your bruises fade, as you find yourselves feeling in much better health after the fact than before he started casting. And once again, you see this tunnel leading down into a dark, foreboding, stinky chamber. Where,
Oh, time to go.
as I said, Tarikas, you still have everybody selected, so just make sure you don't swing because you'll hit everybody. All right. As I said, you guys find yourselves down in this dank place.
Hydro, quick, stop Ragnar before he walks off the edge.
Now he's blind.
What is it? I forget. Is it athletics, acrobatics, and Nilo needs to roll to contest if I push her off the edge?
It would be considered a grapple type thing, so it would be her choice as to whether it's athletics or acrobatics.
This is true. I'll save that mental note for later.
Okay. What did you just cast? Oh, you casted light. Okay. Don't step
I
in.
did that
Don't
for
step
Game
into the.
Fest.
Just don't step into the water, please.
At least not yet. Not unless you want to do it on purpose.
No, I trying to figure out how
You
to
love
get light.
you love bathing in non-holy waters, if I recall correctly.
So as you are standing there going to look around, everybody roll a perception check for me, please.
Whoop, whoop. Way to go, Paul.
Hey, thanks, dude. Appreciate that. Who gets it? Ragnar. Ragnar gets a advantage added to his repertoire.
The only clear winner.
Yeah. All right. So as you
Why
guys,
is this leg strangely eye-shaped?
yeah, as you guys are sort of standing there, well, let's wait and see what we got now. Somebody else? Monkey gets one as well. It's not that like Monkey doesn't need him. He's got like 7 of them now. All right, so Corvin has 1, Hygel has 2, Nilo and Ragnar each have 1, and Tarikas has 7 advantages. And as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted by our audience, thanks, Paul. Really appreciate that, though, seriously.
At 1:30.
As Nilo is working her way around the far side, literally dropping out of the ceiling right above Hygel. You guys see this strange, huge bird-like thing. It has a big, huge head with a beak, and it has these dangling tentacles. The tentacles drop down right on top of Hygel. Do-do-do.
Oh no, not tentacles.
Oh no, anything but the tentacles. Why is it not?
I knew I recognized that, though I called it a grip, not a grill. That's the smaller
Why
version,
is-
or the bigger version. Don't matter.
Oh, duh. It's like I'm clicking the wrong thing. All right.
Were those used in the war in the breach?
No, not that you recall.
No. Okay. I would not have any clue what these are then.
As you watch as these tentacles drop down, fortunately though, Hygel is just a little bit too short as this thing literally floats down out of the ground. You hear a squawk come from Raldo, Nilo, as suddenly one that's right above you drops down, its tentacles trying to wrap around you as well. Oh, as a critical hit as it slams into you.
I'll allow it.
Yeah, I hope so. Let's see.
Weighted dice. Weighted dice.
Yep.
To be fair, he has to roll high to hit me. That's the consequence of high AC.
Yep. So as these tentacles drop down upon you, first of all, you suffer 8 hit points of piercing damage. I need you to give me a DC 12, and there's like almost a dozen of these tentacles have just literally swarmed themselves around you. First of all, I need you to give me a DC 12 escape, either athletics or acrobatics.
Well, let's see here. DC 12 escape. Am I is this for the paralysis or?
So this is to see if you're grappled or not. If you get grappled, then potentially you can become paralyzed as the poison on its tentacles begins to seep into your skin. So I
can
just
still
need a DC
fight
12.
while grappled, right?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
I just need a DC 12. So as you pass easily, as you are not grappled by the creature. So we're going to do this. Oops, crud. Let's try this again. Going to do this. And everybody roll for initiative.
If you fall off, I'm gonna laugh my ass off at you. I'm not gonna help you. I will move you away from the safe so you don't bonk your head on that.
What the heck? What is there? Why is this not? Come on, seriously. Do. Weird. It's like none of my music has come up. All right. Oops, I need to remove roll though. All right. Why am I not hearing anything? Can you guys hear me?
I hear you.
Can people out in the stream
No, I
hear
can't
me?
If
hear
you're
you at all.
playing music, I don't hear it at all.
Yeah, it's like it's not.
I hear you.
Yeah, it's weird because it's not even. Oh, that's weird. I'm trying to play the music for combat, and it's not like playing anything. It's like suddenly just stopped. So I'm going to go up to this one and go all combat, and let's try.
There it is.
It's weird. It's like maybe I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. All right. As we get into our combat, Corvin, you are up first. You see two of these large creatures. They look like this, by the way, if you look at the stream. This is what they look like.
Right on. I think I've seen this anime. Okay.
Yes.
You got bricks
as
and grells for.
Yeah, as a free action, everybody can roll a nature check to see if they know what these things may be or whatever, because I don't think you guys have encountered them previously.
Bad roll.
Yeah, Hygel is clueless.
Ranger.
The second one in a row.
Yeah.
I will.
All right. Anyway, so Trikas can roll if he wants to, but actions, Corbin, you're up.
All right. Well,
Roll for what?
I said if you guys wanted to roll to identify what the creature is.
Oh, how would we? Oh, for identification.
Yeah, it's a nature check.
Survival.
I said nature.
Got it. I'll do it.
okay.
Yeah, no, you're not a clue.
Okay, so that's
So you guys are. So none of you guys. Yeah. So none of you guys are really familiar with what these creatures are. You just know that they're ugly and they have these huge, long, sticky tentacle things that tried to wrap around Nilo, but she managed to dodge out of the way. But yeah.
nasty critters. Put them in the ground. All right, I'm gonna start off with a bonus action of Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
I will use, I believe, my last free one.
Okay. Nice.
Blow that up with a bow shot.
You do. As it is now hunted.
Yay. Okay, short bow. And I get to attack with advantage because it's the first round and I go before it.
Oh, nicely done as you hit.
Thank goodness. I'd be scared if I missed.
Where is your list of Hunter's Mark? How many you get without? Because I want to make sure that
I get what my wisdom bonus is. How many free ones I get?
Okay.
I used one in the last combat.
Yep,
so
gotcha.
this is
So
the
you
last one.
your wisdom. Yeah, okay, +2. I was looking at your dex. I'm like, you get 4. Okay, never mind. Disregard the DM that doesn't know shit. Go ahead. As you hit with your short bow.
All the classes and roles. It's hard to say you know everything.
Nicely done.
And I get extra damage from the.
Yep.
hang
So
on.
if you should just do, is it Hunter's Mark and then just do the other thingy.
Except, click the thingy. I forgot to just add it in there,
Yeah.
which would have been the smart thing to do.
Yeah, it's all good.
Okay, where is that?
If you just want to roll a d6 and I can apply it, that's fine.
Yeah, that'll probably be easier.
That way you don't have to worry about trying to do anything special. 1 additional?
Yep, it's something.
No,
It adds in there.
add no other bonuses to that though, right? Okay.
No,
All right.
I don't
Cool.
think so. All right, and that'll be my turn, I guess.
All right. As the creature once again targets Nilo, as this time they get 2 attacks now, by the way. They should have got 2 attacks last time, but I only did the 1 because they're dropping out of the ceiling. But
Appreciate it.
as he goes after Nilo, as the creature misses Nilo, but now it swings, or it comes in with its beak and misses drastically with its beak attack. As the second one comes after let me do his token. As this one comes down once again, trying to attack Hygel. Oh, crit miss as Hygel bobs and weaves and ducks, but can he avoid the nasty beak? Oh, he avoids the nasty beak as well. As you guys are doing this, you see several others begin to come down out of the ceiling. As they come out of these volcanic sort of chutes and stuff that are up there, but regardless, they're not in this round. Nilo, you're up. As you can see another one appear off to your left while there's one directly in front of you.
She is going to call to the group to start pulling back into the tunnel.
Okay.
Pull back into the tunnel. That way they can't just swarm around us. And she is going to dismiss Raldo. I believe that can be done as a free action, if I recall.
Yes, it can.
Yep. So just toss him off into the ether. Yeah. And she will move. I have to move here. I can't go here because that's blocked.
We're here.
Yeah.
I am going to say if you want to go there, you can. Because technically there is an edge of the pool there. But I will say that there is a chance that if you get hit of being knocked into the pool, standing on its edge right there.
Yeah. I'm going to stay here.
Okay.
Target this one. And swing my sword. Or my dagger in this case.
Nice. As you hit. Okay. Second attack hits. Nice. Anything else from you?
No, I'm gonna hold there.
Hey, Tarikas, you're up.
All right.
Well, first thing I'll do is I will cast. See what I can do here. I suppose I will try and cast Bless.
Okay. Target everybody you want to bless and put the bless on.
I can't remember how many. Let's see, 3 creatures. So I have to use 2. Okay, that's 3 creatures. So 4. How many are there? 5 of us. 3, 4, 5. Wait, is that, am I right? Am I counting us right? There's 5 of
Yes,
us?
there's 5 of you.
Yes.
I only see 4 of us. Why is that?
Some of us might be hidden inside of space and behind cover
Yeah,
somewhere.
where is, Ragnar's not on the screen. Where is he? Who's standing on top of me? Tarikas, I think you're standing on me.
No,
Tarikas,
I'm
is
not.
it? Huh. It was Hygel. Hygel standing on him.
Okay.
So let's do this. I'll go here.
Fucking
Go here.
gnomes.
There we go. That way everybody can be seen.
Okay, I got 5. Okay, cool.
Hang on. You. Oh, never mind. That's not you. Is it you? Yes, I think you targeted the Grell. So if you want to heal the Grell or bless the Grell, that's great. Or I'm not sure
I
if that.
didn't target it now.
Okay, that must be Nilo. Nilo and you have very similar colors.
Yeah,
you.
I am charging the Grell right now. It's directly south of Nilo's
Yep.
token, if that's what you're referring to.
Yep. Okay, you're good now. You're good, sir.
All right, thank you. So that's 2, 4, 6.
Yep. Casting it at 3rd level.
Yeah, I'm 9.
Okay. Yep. Gotcha. Yep.
Okay, here I go. Bless be upon you. Let's see if it'll work.
It will. I have confidence.
I have confidence.
All you have to do is cast.
Oh, cool. And sound effects and everything. You gotta put in the.
Nice. Okay. So you guys are now blessed.
And then I back away.
Okay. You are backed away. Ragnar Stormhelm. And if you notice, the effect stays there too. Don't forget to deselect
Yeah,
everybody.
that's pretty cool. Animated.
I'll stand here because then I'll be on guard for the rest of us.
Okay.
And everybody pop up.
Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Hygel. Nice.
29.
29. Yeah, that would hit. Nice. 11 hit points of damage. As you struck it for 11. Which one did you hit? Oh, okay. That's that one over here. The same one. Yeah, the same one. All right. That is it for you.
Yep, that's it.
Okay. You're going to stay where you're at? You're going to try to move out?
If I try to move, I mean, I guess I'll try, but he gets opportunity, right?
Yes, he does. Oops. Do this. As he hits, I need you to give me a DC 12. Oh, great. 3 hit points. First of all, 3 hit points of piercing as the tentacles reach out to grab you as you try to run away. I need a DC 12 acrobatics or athletics check. Your choice whichever one you want, to avoid being wrapped up by the tentacles. All right, as you manage to dodge your way out of it, as the tentacles, as you guys watch as Hygel begins to back his way out as quickly as he can after firing his firebolt, these tentacles go to reach out and lash. They manage to grab hold of your arm, but quick and dexterous that you are, you manage to twist away, and they are unable to hold you long enough to wrap the other tentacles around you, and you escape into the hallway. As we are back to the top of the order, Corvin.
Okay, so withdrawing is the order of the day, so I'm going to attack the same target I did before, using a sneak attack since it's in contact with one of my friends here.
He called us a friend.
That's a lie.
Using the term lightly. Okay. Is that a hit?
20. Oh yeah, 27 hits.
Okay. So it'll be a +6 damage, plus another what? D6 from the
Yeah, just roll.
plus
Just roll your damage. Just roll your damage and add the bonus onto it.
So I'm doing. Do it all at once.
So why was it 2d6?
1d6 in the sneak attack, and then another 1d6
Gotcha.
in the hunter's mark.
Yep. As
So now that I've done my attack, I am going to do a tactical retreat to give my friends plenty of room.
as you fire your bow into the one you guys have been pummeling, the arrow finally obviously does what it needs to do as it blasts into this thing's skull. And you get it just as its beak is opening, as the arrow goes flying into its mouth, and you watch as it bursts partially out the back of its skull, and the creature drops into the water with a splash that sends the sort of this filmy black water. It is water, but it's like this filmy black layer on it as it splashes up and washes over Nilo's boots as it drops in. So if you guys want to deselect the one that has gone down, as I have to now. I forgot to do this. And I'll just do them one at a time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
All right. So, as this grill
That ends my turn.
comes over, thank you, comes over and targets Nilo.
Oh. You keep your slimy things away from me.
Okay, it did.
That's what I thought.
As that
That's
one
what
missed.
I thought. Nope. Not the beak, not the sharp one. Not.
Yep, as the beak hits with a 19.
I'll let the beak hit. The beak is fine.
As you suffer 11 hit points of piercing damage, I believe it is, as it slams into you. As the next Grell comes over as well, attacking Nilo. A 18 misses as its beak comes down on you as well. And the beak misses even worse than that did. Nilo, you're up.
Okay. How big are these things?
So let me see. They are a medium size, so they're probably maybe a few feet around, maybe 2-3 feet around, give or take.
And you said they were floating?
Yeah. So yeah, they fly, but it's sort of like almost like a.
Yeah. It's a
So here's, let me give a quick
flight.
description here. It says, with barbed tentacles sprouting from their brain-shaped bodies, these things hunt in the lightless depths. Their silent predators defy gravity, allowing them to strike from unexpected places, and they perceive their surroundings, blah, 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 blah. Their tentacles secrete a venom, a paralytic venom, which prevents most creatures ambushed from crying out before being dragged into the dark and consumed. Blah, blah,
Long
blah.
story short, they're not locked in place. They swing or bob around.
Yeah, no, they're not hanging on anything. They fly.
Yeah,
They
I'm
float.
going to shove through these two to break through the pair in front of me.
Okay.
Sounds like
What type of roll would you like for that?
So to me, that's just a movement. It's a movement, but it's like half your movement to push through them.
That's fine.
But once you get out of range of the one, it is going to get a attack of opportunity. So that's essentially about a 15-foot of movement right there. And one of
That's
them,
fine. I don't need to move here.
as the tentacles missed, trying to stop you
All
from
right.
gaining away.
Then I will target the one directly south of me
Okay.
and stab it.
Okay. Whew. As you hit. Okay.
Oh, I
29.
wish this was Pathfinder. That would have
What
been a crit.
is? I'm trying to see. All right, hang on.
I gained plus.
Wait, time out. So you're throwing your dagger.
I'm not. I'm swinging it. I'm swinging
Okay.
it, but
Well, then. So your strength. I'm just trying to see to make sure that everything's adding up. So your strength is the +3. So it's a +2 dagger. So I see the +2. What's the 1d4 for? Bless?
the bless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this bless is adding. So I see the +2, the +3 for your strength. What's the second plus? Why is there another +3 in there?
Proficiency. One's strength, one's proficiency, one's the +2 from the dagger being magical,
Okay.
and then the 1d4
Okay.
from
Yep.
bless.
Yep, I got you. I just
And
want to
rolled
make
a
sure.
19 on the die.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about that. I knew that. I was just wondering. I'm trying to make sure because I'm looking. I'm like, why is
Like,
this +3
what?
+3?
How is it getting?
No, I don't really worry about it. I just want to make sure that everything's adding up correctly because I've had
Yeah.
issues with the game system. So, all right, well, cool. All right, so anyway, 19 hits. You did 8 more damage to it. Is that it for Nilo? You still have movement
Yeah.
left if you want to continue to try to move
No,
out.
no, I can stay here.
Tarikas, you are up.
Okay.
You just going to fall back? What are you going to do?
No. People are okay, right? Everyone's not hurt.
Yep, so far.
Okay, good. So what I'll do is I'll attack that one with, you guessed it,
Spiritual hammer.
sling.
Damn.
Oh, sling.
A sling. You going to try to sling it?
Hold on, I got you. I got it.
Sorry, crossbow.
Oh, crossbow?
Yes, sir.
Nick it.
Yeah, I want to be diverse, different.
I'm surprised. Was Warriors Told of Dead happening? Can't waste those cantrips, though. Nice. As you swing, 18 hits. Go ahead and roll that damage for a whopping 6 hit points of damage. Nicely done. Anything else from you? And you're going to move back now? Cool. All right.
Run, brave Sir Robin.
This one comes up to attack Nilo once again. Come on. It's now the beak attack.
Can hit me for all I care. I'm not worried about the beak. It hurts, but it doesn't lock me down. It doesn't hurt. It
Ragnar.
doesn't, make it easy to hit me.
I can't reach them, so I'm kind of stuck.
Yeah, well, now that being said, my rules have always been you can move into an ally's space, attack, and then move out of that ally's space as long as you have enough movement to do so.
Doesn't that provoke attack of opportunity though when I leave?
Well, yeah, when you leave it will. Yeah, I'm just saying though.
It actually, it looks like you can actually stand two abreast here. It's just awkward because of the way the tiles are shaped.
Right. But still, regardless, he's saying, yeah, so if you want to attack from there, you can. But as soon as you leave that space, they're going to have an attack of opportunity on you.
Do I have to kind of stay in this space?
Oh, yeah.
after
Yes,
my-
yes, you can. Yes, you can. Sorry. Yeah, I got the impression that you wanted to back out.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I'm gonna get some diminishing returns stepping up and then stepping back. Also, let me pull my hammer.
Be right back. I'm gonna get a drink.
All right. Nice hit.
Right.
That's a crit. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah, boy.
Make sure
Oh,
it's
still no
crit
fucking
damage.
sound.
Hang on a sec. Is the
What's up?
Yeah, the 8 is the crit. Okay, I just want to make sure that it already applied the crit. Okay. Yep, it still has. Yep, that hits as well. Another 5. Is that it for you?
Yep.
Okay. All right. This one here comes and it actually floats over the top of the one right in front of you, and its tentacles reach down at Ragnar. Make sure that I'm targeting. I am. Oops, I want to make sure I'm not targeting Nyla. Okay, cool. As the creature attacks and misses as it tries its beak attack on the little dwarf. And misses as well. Gonna have to do something about y'all's armor class.
Our armor class is just fine, thank you very much.
As the last one is going to leave the combat. Hygel, you're up. Nice. 28 hits. $16 damage. Which one did you target? Oh, you targeted the other one. That's why.
And I'm going to continue to leave.
Okay. You can move up to your 30 feet. So it looks like you moved. You got about another 10 feet left. Yep. Cool. All right. Back to the top. Corvin.
Okay, I'm going to shift my hunter's mark.
Okay.
Just want to cast that again. Free of charge, thank goodness. Come on, spells. followed by another bow shot. It'll be another sneak attack since it's engaged. Short bow. Come on. Why didn't it do it? Yeah, there it is. I guess it just took a while. Attack.
Nice. 25 hits. Gotta love bless.
Yeah, you do. Plus 2d6.
14 damage.
Are we continuing to retreat, or are we making
That's
a stand here?
everybody else was retreating as far as I know. I don't know.
We're trying to limit how far down they can go by going too wide into this space.
Yeah.
That way they can't surround us. I don't.
I was backing up to sustain concentration so y'all could have your bless.
Yeah, like there are some people that were backing up specifically because they don't want to get hit at all, and there were other people who are backing up. Provide easier way of attacking. Ragnar and I are staying at the front because we're the two melee.
Okay, I guess I'll just stay right here then. That'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. All right. As this one targets Ragnar with its paralyzing tentacles. As that misses. As that misses, I can tell. One of these days I'm going to hit something, somewhere, somehow.
Says this. How many times you hit me?
Right? Never. As the
All
one,
the time. Every time.
as the one up front targets Nilo with its
I'll allow it.
tentacles. I know you will.
I'll allow it. GM, remove their balls.
All right, and that misses. As the beak. I am not rolling well tonight at all. My God, this is like bad. I haven't
just
hit.
keep rolling like that, please. Just keep rolling.
That's apparently
No,
that's
you're just banking your rolls for the next combat. Sean.
Yeah.
Just look at it.
yeah for the combat that counts. I'm banking them. Nilo, you're up.
All right. Actually, pretty good. All right. Going to attack the same Grick. Stab, stab, stab.
Nice.
Aw.
Hang on just a second.
Is that all the
Yep.
damage calculate?
That one takes
Hold
it
on.
out as well.
Okay. That works. So after the next one.
And it hits.
Man, I love bless.
Hashtag bless.
Yep. All right, is that for Nilo?
That's it. Yeah.
Tarikas, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna move up. Shoot that guy with a crossbow.
Who's that, Nilo? You're going to shoot Nilo with a crossbow, you said?
The one that's right there in front
Oh.
of Nilo.
Sounds good to me.
Oh, okay. That's Ragnar. So it's shooting Ragnar with the crossbow. Just kidding.
Okay. Oh wait, did I say that out loud?
Nice. 14 hits. Nicely
Oh, man, I saw
done.
that 8.
Nicely done. All right. Is that it for
Yeah, we'll
Tarikas?
stay there.
Okay. All right. As he goes to attack Nilo again. hits Nilo. You gonna allow it
with the grapple.
with the
With the
wraps?
grapple.
Yes.
No, I will not. I will shield that.
Okay.
Let me just. I don't want to deal with the potential risk of that going off.
How many do you have spell slots left to do it?
Oh, I have spell slots left. Yeah,
Okay.
I just shielded them. God damn it.
All right, let's try this again. Let's take that off. Go ahead and recast it on yourself without spending the egg.
Consistency.
Yep. All right. Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
All right, so now it does its beak attack. Why is it not? Hang on a sec, it's not letting me targeted you. Why is it not letting me? It's literally not letting me target. Not sure what's going on here. Oh, geez. Had the same thing happen that happened to Corbin. It's like I was just waiting and waiting, and all of a sudden, boop, now it popped up. Hey, as the beak misses on a 23. I finally roll a good roll, and you got shield on, you bastard.
Hey, the beak can hit me all at once. The beak's not a problem.
I got you. All right, Ragnar, you're up.
Little cowards are a little far away.
That sound. Oh.
Gonna swat that one. I think it's a mess.
10 misses. That hits. 19. As she applies your damage. All right. Ragnar, you are going to get a attack of opportunity on the one I'm moving.
Okay.
Because-
because closer real quick, just so the thing won't flag him for being too far away.
I don't think it will, because I don't think it does that anymore. I think it allows you swing.
No, it doesn't. That has been removed.
Yep. So
Does
that
17 hit?
that does. And as you slam into this, the grill, as it apparently has had enough, and it floats off toward the middle or toward the far side, and then you watch it sort of float up into the volcanic tubes up above, leaving with just 2 remaining in front of you guys. Hygel, you're up.
I can't see anything, so I'm gonna keep going.
As Hygel backs up behind you guys. I'm going to leave you in combat even though you're backing out, but Corvin, you're up.
Okay, it's time to
As
shift
you
Master's mark again, I guess.
Yep. As you are standing there, you watch as Hygel begins to move further away down the tunnel.
Going.
Where you going, man?
1 second. Cast. Mark. Okay. Followed by another bow shot. Sneak attack.
Hits. 30 hits.
We like damage.
Nice. 17 hit points of damage.
Definitely respectable.
As that arrow destroys that one.
Nice.
Hygel, I think you're still targeting this one. I don't know if you want to come back down and deselect it, please. This one right here you're targeting. Thank you. And then I think is that you, Corvin? The red, the dark red? Yeah.
Not me.
Oh, no, it's
Nope.
Corvin. Not Corvus. Corvin.
That's gonna be so annoying. Is there a way I can change my color?
Yes, there is.
Oh,
If you
or
go.
user configuration. There it is.
Yep. There you go.
Do we have anyone on Cyan? No.
What?
Okay.
No. Anyway, Corvin, if you want to deselect it so I can remove that token from, I don't want it to get stuck where you're, it says you've got him selected when you're trying to fight some
Okay.
later combat.
Yep.
Thank you. Cool. All right, so that leaves just the one remaining, and it is its turn as it targets Ragnar. Oh, seriously. This is no bueno. All right. Nilo, you are up.
What? Oh.
No, the cats.
Hits. Hits. All right. Tarikas, you're up.
Stab, stab, stab.
Same thing.
Okay. Nice. 24 hits. For 3 hit points of damage. I like it.
Is it?
Okay. Ragnar, you're up.
Let's probably finish this.
Hits. Nice. 11 misses.
Alright, that was my turn.
Hygel. Way off yonder in the paw patch.
Gonna keep waiting for the rest of the group.
All right. Corvin, you're up.
All right. Let's see here. I probably can't see that one. We'll want to target it. So let me move. One, two, three. Yeah, that should work.
Great.
And then target. Come on. Target. Get my hunter's mark again. The sneak attack.
Okay. $18 hits. Nice.
Nice solid hit.
Yep. Is that it for you?
Yep, that's it for me.
All right.
Number next.
As the creature floats over, this time targeting the squishy elf.
Nope.
Not so much. And not so much again. I don't think I've hit anybody. Well, one hit yet. Nilo? I think I've hit Nilo once and maybe Ragnar
Oh,
once.
you hit me
Oh,
three
yeah.
times.
What?
You've hit me 3 times, but I did block one of those 3 times
That's true.
with my shield.
That's true. Okay. Anyway, Nilo, you're up.
Oh, who's still alive? Just you. All right, it's stabbing time.
It's doesn't help that these things have a really squishy armor class too.
Who would have thought that the fighter plays like a rogue, but without all the extra damage?
Yep.
Oh, did not roll the second attack.
Hits. 28.
The
Nice.
amount of times that this would have critical if we were playing Pathfinder.
Nice.
Makes me sad.
As that one takes it out, the final of the creatures that you have taken down splashes bloop, into the heavy, thick water below. As there are no more left. As you guys stand here, sort of looking into the space where these creatures were.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What do we want to do?
Loot. I want the loot, Sean.
Okay. Don't.
You know what
I see no
It's
loot
time
in
to
here.
investigate that. It's time to investigate that water.
You guys want to deselect the creature?
Maybe.
Do
What
I?
if I want to keep it selected?
Okay.
There you go.
Okay.
Start cutting these
You know
things.
that there were ones that are no longer here. They floated up back into the things up
Right.
above. Just so
I'm
you're
gonna look
aware.
up.
Okay.
Yeah. gonna
You
look
can
up.
you see that there are volcanic tubes in the ceiling here or there. Difficult to spot them in the darkness, in the shadows, because the rock is so craggy and the ceiling is about 30 feet overhead. So it's difficult to see, but you can see there are volcanic vents or whatever in this place. But be that as it may, you can see that there the creatures that fell into the water have since sunk partially, but they bob like bobbers just below the surface of the heavy, thick water.
This is an excellent check. I'm gonna grab one. We'll pull it out. Does it look like it's been eaten away by acid?
No,
Oh, that's
looks like it's been stabbed and cut apart.
looks like the water's not acid.
What do you want to do?
Deep as the water.
No clue.
I'm gonna take my 10-foot pole and give it a bob.
Okay, your pole goes all the way into the water, and it still does not touch bottom.
It's over 9 foot.
Okay.
I don't know if it's over 10 foot because I have to hold the other portion in my hand, but I hadn't touched bottom yet.
Yeah, I for one do not feel like going for deep diving.
Anybody else want to go for a deep diving?
Very much.
I'm
let me
still.
see if I have equipment to do it.
I mean, we have the
no.
rings of water breathing.
That's true.
We do.
Yes,
We do actually have the ability to just go down for a swim.
That is correct. You do.
Can we? They can see in the water, or they can't see at all.
Who?
Double check.
Can
I'm
who
asking
see it?
them because I can't.
Oh, I get you. No. So when I described the water originally, I had said that it's like black. You can't see hardly anything. Looking into it, you can't hardly see anything below the surface. Your torch lights sort of flicker off of it.
Tarikas.
Yeah.
Do you have a light spell?
Yeah, I have it on right now.
Actually, yeah, technically, but
I'm
yeah.
gonna pick up a rock. Can you put it on this?
I can't.
You can't.
Yes, I can. Would you like me to put it on the rock?
Yes.
Okay. Hold on. Let me subtract another spell. All right. Well, why don't I just, since it's on me, why don't I just go in the water?
I was gonna just throw it into the water to see how deep it is.
Yeah, you can tie a rope to me.
That's a plan as well. I just don't know if this is water or it's more of the slime goop in disguise. Remember when that happened?
Well, let's
Oh,
see. The
it's
pole
not
that you
acidic.
stuck it in, did anything happen to it?
No, it was
does
water.
look-
It's water. It's just murky black, and it's got like a film on it because of the rock and everything. The volcanic leaves kind of like an ashy sort of film on top.
Gotcha.
Need to find out if he's a
I
floater.
would
or
say
sinker.
we take one of those creatures and tie a rope around it and throw it in the water and see if something tries to
There's
eat it.
like 4 of them in the water right now. They're just sort of floating there, right? Half like a dead body floating in the water.
Oh, okay.
So can you just cast light on this rock?
Yep. I'll cast light on it.
Okay.
I'm just gonna chuck it into the water, see if we can track how far it can descend into the pool.
Okay. So the light spell gives off a light radius of about 20 feet. And you watch as the rock slowly descends, and it slowly descends. And then after a second, bloop, the light disappears. So it's at least 20 feet deep.
If we're gonna go and investigate this is probably gonna take us to an underwater passage. With how deep that is. Do we want to do that now?
I don't have anything to let me breathe underwater, so
We do.
we.
Oh, Hydro doesn't.
I-
Hydro doesn't. Right.
Corvin,
going
were
to-
you
oh,
guys?
and-
You were with them in the last adventure, right?
Yes, but I got my
Corbin
water
was.
breathing
Hydro
ability.
wasn't.
That's right.
I,
Hygel was not, and Corvin did not have a ring. Corvin got his breathing from the creature that
Right.
took him. So only 3 of you right now have rings of water breathing.
One of
Well,
you can go
well,
tell us how far it is and see if maybe we can make it without.
Naida's gonna pull her ring off
Okay.
and go. One of you can take this then.
Okay. Who
I
do you want
don't
to give
need
it to?
an additional item for water breathing.
What's the other thing you got?
Necklace of adaptation.
Oh, that's true. Yep.
Yeah, I don't need a second ring, so one of you can take this. Hydro, do you have a water breathing spell?
I do not.
Okay. That's the case. Corbin, are you a good swimmer?
I'm athletically inclined. That's what you mean.
Good, because I really don't want to take off the armor. She's going to hit the ring of water breathing.
Where are you keeping that? Because I don't have it on your inventory here. Is it in the bag of holding? There it is.
It might
Yep.
be in the bag.
It is. Okay. you're giving it to Corbin?
Corbin, yeah.
All right. Let me do this. There you go, Corbin. You now have a ring of water breathing on your sheet.
Thank you for letting me use this. Guess we're all going for a dive.
Okay, who's going down?
Right, we're also going to tie a rope to Corbin as well.
Okay, Corbin going by himself.
Yeah, the rest of us are in armor. I mean, we could doff the armor, but trying to swim in the armor without
Okay.
certain blessings is not a good idea.
I mean, in 5e, it's fine. Like, as long as you have proficiency, you can swim with heavy plate and water. It's not like Pathfinder, where it's actually a penalty.
Yeah.
Water's still a difficult terrain, so you still move at half speed.
thematically on point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I will go for a dive, I guess.
All right.
We'll try a rope to finish on, just
As you tie the rope around, and Corbin, you get into the water, and immediately you have this little bubble of air around your head as the magic of the ring is triggered by the fact that you are now submerged beneath water. You begin to swim your way down slowly but surely. Up, those of you up above, hold on to this rope, and you continue to outlay rope and outlay rope and outlay rope. As you get about 20 feet down, Corvin, you suddenly see a glimmer of light appear. And as you begin to get further down, you see laying in the silted bottom of this pool is the rock with the light cast upon it that Ragnar dropped down in the water. You get down and you find that the pool itself is about 40 feet deep, and it has sort of a muddy silt. You can see the remnants of what look to be bones littered here and there.
Is there any passages or...
Give me an investigation check.
Investigation. Hey, thank goodness I'm actually proficient. Almost.
So you search around as you sort of walk your way around, and up above, all of you are sort of walking around, sort of holding on to the rope as he moves his way around the bottom of the pool. It doesn't seem to be any passageways at all, or any like water tunnels or anything like that. Give me a wisdom check, please. Actually, give me an insight check.
Insight. Here we go.
So as you're walking, you're down here and you're like, there's no water feeds coming in or out, which begs the question. How did this water get here? Where's it coming from?
Why is it not totally fetid?
And why is it not totally fetid? Although it is kind of fetid and murky, but still.
Yeah. It would be much worse if there was no water flow.
Yeah.
It's got to be coming and going from somewhere.
Okay. If you want to give me another investigation check to see where it might be coming from. Okay. All right.
Better.
Oh, much better. You find your way around the bottom, looking to see if there might be, maybe you missed something. Maybe there's something partial way up or something, and you're sort of working your way around. When suddenly your foot kicks what appears to be a skeletal remains of a creature in armor, and gripped in its hand, you can see that it is holding a what appears to be a quart-sized container made of brass. And as you sort of move the light down to look at it, you can see that there is some sort of a cork or some material as a stopper, but it's partially unplugged. It's not fully unplugged, like just laying there. It was partially, and you can see what appear to be little bubbles, just tiny small little spurts of bubbles leaking out from around the cork.
I'm going to fully seat the cork.
Okay, you seat the cork and the bubbles stop.
I will take the brass container.
Okay.
And for the moment, I will, stuff it in one of my pockets.
Okay. It's
Or
about a
bag.
quart size.
Or-
It's like going about a quart of milk,
I'll stick it in my bag.
Okay.
And I will look around to see if I can find any treasure or anything else of any interest down here.
Okay. Further search. You've been down here now for probably 30 minutes or so. And other than what you have found, yeah, nothing.
Okay, I'll give the rope a tug and start swimming up.
All right. As you guys are moving, the rope jerks, as if he's in trouble or something.
Ragnar's gonna start pulling it up.
Yeah, we start hauling him up real quick.
All right. As he gets to the top, he bursts through the top of the water as he swims to the ledge, or moves to the ledge. As you pull him, clambering back up onto the ledge, you now stand soaking wet on the edge of the pool.
Okay, I'll reach into my bag and I'll pull out the flask.
So as you pull it out, you can see that it is made of metal, maybe a brass or a copper, very tarnished, very green. There are at the beginnings of like lichen and material beginning to encrust on the base and around the lip at the top. The stopper itself is made of it's metal, but it has cork as the base where the seal happens. And as you sort of look at it closely in the light, you can see that there are inscriptions, like faint inscriptions on the metal outside.
Hey guys, I'm gonna do a little experiment here. I think this is where the water was coming from, and I'll pop the cork off.
As you pop the cork off, suddenly water begins to flow out of this flask, like somebody's pushing water up from inside, and it begins to spill out, splashing all over the floor.
I'll recork it.
Okay.
That's a good find. I'll put that back in my bag.
Okay.
Oh my god. The bane of my existence. I believe it was your game, Sean, where I almost died to that item, wasn't it?
I don't even remember. We've done so many different things where you've almost died in my games.
Oh, I hate that item.
All right. Yeah, no idea what it is, but you see that as soon as you open it, water begins to flow out of it. Where to now?
It's almost like it's a container of endless water.
It's almost. Hey, thanks for the follow, dude. We appreciate you.
Well, at least we know we're not gonna go thirsty.
Yeah.
We don't know that. It could be almost endless.
True.
It's endless as long as you don't need it.
True
Yeah.
story.
That would be my luck. As soon as you're thirsty and try to do it, it's like, oh no, sorry, it's empty.
Or it could be like that one SCPM that pulls from any source of water nearby. You know, like all the local pools.
I don't want to cancer of pond water. I don't want to get constant
When we have
parasites.
time, we can let the wizard take a look at it.
All right. I am going to, for
You
now,
can identify it properly.
before I forget, I am going to drop this on your sheet just so I don't forget it. Kind of hoping it would. Yeah, it weighs a couple pounds. Yep. So I was kind of hoping to show the picture of it, but there we go. This is kind of what it looks like.
Yep. That's yep.
Just so everybody can see. Hopefully, everybody
That is a
can.
classic.
Everybody get a good.
Hello there, Marcus.
Everybody get a good view of that. Hey, Marcus, how you doing, man? Everybody good view of that, I hope. So I'm gonna close it. So with that being said, let's pause right here to take our break. A few minutes early, but that's okay. I want to make sure I go reload my drink and reload my dinner. So appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hopefully you will be with us when we return. But until then, we're going to listen to this ad being played by Monkey's website because it won't let me log in. Every time I try to log in, it says there was an error. We think that you're somebody trying to break in because I'm trying to do it through OBS, and it won't let me sign in through OBS. But what's that?
Ripperoni.
Yeah, but that's okay. We are going to take our break. We will be back shortly. Hopefully you will be here with us. In the meantime, don't forget, ! Socials. Oh, hey man, so come with us, see us every other Friday, although we're playing this Friday and next Friday. Every other Friday, and then every Monday we play our first edition game. So come see us. Come check us out. But you got here just in time for us to go on break. We'll be back in about 15 minutes, guys. Thanks for hanging with us. See you shortly.
Yeah. We had some storms here last night. Or yesterday. It held for like 20 minutes straight. It's crazy. Marble to golf ball size to baseball size. Had a tornado 5 miles out.
I'm back.
Yeesh, that's a lot.
Yeah, my mother's car. She was getting her hair done. She had her car out in the parking lot of my friend's buildings where they have this salon, and she has a crack in the windshield like size of a baseball.
Damn.
It's a big sucky.
I've
That
never
sounds like
seen
a
a
hailstorm
glass
in
crack
there.
circular ever. It's always been like in lines, like lightning.
When I was stationed down at Fort Hood, there was a huge hailstorm like that, and there was a place called like the Motor Mile or something. Yeah, it's just a street that's
Yeah,
just
the
filled with
the racetrack. Yeah, I know it.
well, not the racetrack. It's just there's a stretch of road that's nothing but car dealerships,
Oh, on Highway 190. Yeah.
and so major hailstorm destroyed every single car out in the lots.
When were you here in Fort Hood?
God, that would have been what 93 to 96, something like that.
Oh, I was in college.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it basically destroyed every car in all those lots. That's millions of dollars worth of cars just from a hailstorm.
Yeah.
That must have been one hell of an insurance claim.
Yeah.
If the insurance even let that go through, there's been a few cases now where insurance has outright started refusing claims in the large natural disasters because of how much money they lose on them.
That's too bad. That's their job, and you can sue them.
So they've while the ones that's happened previously they can't do nothing about and they do have to pay those out. They've started adding in exceptions in their EULAs and terms of service where it excludes natural disasters. So you can't hit them with a natural disaster charge.
I used to be
it'll
with
still-
State Farm, and when I was with State Farm, I actually had them write into the policy that it even covered acts of God.
Yeah.
And they did it. It's
Well,
like I live and I work at an Air Force base, and stuff falls from the sky all the time. So I want to be protected from anything, even if it's an act of God. And they wrote that into the policy.
Act of God is an actual legal term.
Yes, it is. That's why I said it.
It is specifically for the things that are so like what the heck, like a lightning strike hitting your car and frying your electronic systems, causing you to spin out of control and hitting another vehicle. That would be considered an act of God.
Well, see, I had all my computers fry up. We had a storm once here, and the insurance wouldn't cover it unless I found a guy who could say certain thing. And I told this guy, "Hey, if you certify this, I'll buy all the computers here." Oh yeah, that's what happened.
Yeah, but yeah, if you're looking for insurance, go talk to State Farm. They'll write that shit in there.
Well, my agent, I know
especially
him,
if you,
and he's always good with us.
Oh, good.
Yeah, but
It
but
sucks to have
the
a
rates have been
shitty
going up
fucking-
in State Farm.
You're just a freaking number, and it's better to have somebody you can actually work with.
Well, a lot of times they'll say they won't pay, but that's how they stop people from collecting, because a lot of them won't go through the trouble. But if you go through the trouble and you hire the right people, you'll get it. You'll get it.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes just saying that you're going to do it is enough.
Yep. That's how insurance get by you. They play the waiting game a lot of times. They'll wait you out.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I've heard of
Do
them
it all the time.
pushing cases until the person died of
Oh,
old
yeah.
age. It's like,
like
we know this
veterans,
person's
with
terminally ill. We'll just keep delaying.
just like the government, talking about Veterans Affairs. All those
Oh,
people that got cancer, Agent Orange from Vietnam.
Don't even
Yep.
start.
They waited
this
all
yet.
of them out, and by the time they paid out, most of them were already passed on. But their families
Yep.
got the money.
When I was stationed in Seattle, we got up there, and the week after we got there, they had the biggest snowstorm in a decade. And it was not just snow, but it was followed by a sleet rain. And so you had all this heavy snow on top of everything, compounded with the frozen ice that's going with it, right? So
Was that early
carport,
2000?
98. So yeah, close to.
Is this when we were stuck in the movie theater?
Huh? Yeah,
Is
I
this
don't
the one when we
remember.
got stuck in-
Maybe. But I just remember when we lived there, and you know, Josh was like 4, so he may remember some of this.
I was 7 for
Whatever, close enough. But the apartment complex that we lived in had like carport coverings on everything. And everybody was knocking on the door saying, hey, you need to move your cars out from underneath the carport because it might collapse. So people were trying to back theirs out. We got my car backed out about halfway. And we were stuck in the snow. So we're trying to shovel it out. And all of a sudden we hear this crack. And we watch the edge of the carport literally just come down. It hit my car so that part of it hit the top of the car and the other half hit the hood. Nothing shattered my windshield. So that was awesome. But it destroyed the hood of my car. It damaged the roof of my car. So we have State Farm. And we put it in for a shop. And while everybody else that we knew was getting Act of God, we're not covering, it took 2 days for me to get a check from State Farm. The guy handed me the check. We handed it to the dealer guy that was doing the repairs, or the repair shop doing the repairs, and we were done. So, yeah. I've always had great with State Farm, but I've been with them for 30 years, right? So I'm like, I'm not going to change. Actually, more than 30 years. It's like my wife had State Farm, I think, before me.
You might strip have a VIP
Yeah.
status with
Yeah,
them
that's
now.
how long I've been with them too. Is about 30
Yeah.
years. So.
Yeah. I mean, so my wife and I got married in 86. I think she had State Farm before that. And then we've been with State Farm ever since. And all of our cars, my house, everything that I have insured is through State Farm. You know, I get the discounts for multi-vehicle discount and add the house discount and all that stuff. I won't say they're perfect, but they have yet. The only thing they've ever denied me was my roof claim. They denied it, and that was because they said if your house is, and it's in their policy and in their rules, whatever. If your house is 15 years old or younger, there has to be 50% roof damage before they'll make a claim to replace it. And our house at the time was like 14 years. But as soon as it goes over 15 years, it only drops to 25%. So there's needs to be less damage, but it's an older roof, so they're willing to replace. So the next storm we had, you know, we were like at 16 years, boom, State Farm came in, replace it, got a new roof, good to go. So I have never had a problem with them paying out a claim for me. I've had a few accidents, not on me. I mean, I've been in I had like 3 accidents, but nothing's ever been my fault. It's like people pulling out in front of me. One time my son was getting out of the car and somebody was impatient and they literally drove around the side of us in the grass of somebody's yard. And if he would have been a half a second earlier or later, he would have got smushed by this truck that came around us, and it literally caught my door and bent it's like somebody hitting your door, and instead of ripping it off the hinge, it just bent it all the way up to the front of my car. And she tried to say it was my fault for opening the door while she's going around us, and the cop's like, yeah, but most people don't drive through somebody's yard to get around another car, you know? So ended up, again, her fault. But yeah, even with all that, my policy they never said, oh, we're going to like double your rate now because you had 2 accidents in the space of 4 years or whatever. I mean, never. It's never done that to me. So they might be one of the more expensive ones, but you know, I'm willing to pay it just because I love their customer service, at least for me.
Yeah, if I ever move back to the States, I'd probably go to State Farm again.
Yeah, I have.
Where are you now?
He's in the Philippines.
Yep, I don't drive.
Oh, dang.
If I was to
What time
drive,
is it over there?
it'd be on the news in the evening. The foreigner freaks out on the highway.
Where? Philadelphia?
It's might as well be living in Philadelphia. It's like a third world.
Yep, I live in the Philippines, one of the worst places for traffic in the world.
Yeah, what's
Obviously,
that?
he's never seen I-4, Josh.
I-4 usually I don't have issues unless I'm over by Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah, I go to
Then
Texas
it's
and
like
Austin
really bad.
and San Antonio and Houston areas. Those are horrible.
Yep.
Especially Houston, because all the water storms and hurricanes, the roads get cracked and holes in the highway and pits. We'll be going 80 miles an hour and all of a sudden a big old pothole. Pah!
All right. You ready to get back to this?
Yes, I'm going to go ahead and take Nilo.
All right.
Good to go.
All right. We're back. I want to try to get through this. I only got halfway through my sandwich, man. You guys make me talk and I forget to eat. So that's okay. Welcome back, everybody. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Hopefully you will be with us till the end. Want to thank everybody that's donated to our cause here recently, or at least tonight. I'd like to welcome our new follower, sir, Marcus. Appreciate it. As I said, you can catch us every Monday, every other Friday. Although, as I said before we went to break, we're playing this week because we skipped last week because of issues, but we will be back next week as well. But normally it's every other week. If you didn't already try it, don't forget !socials, and that will show you all the places that you can catch us, whether Discord, YouTube, wherever. You can see all of our old streams for both of our games. For the most part, I think they're all labeled correctly. The game started tonight. I had forgotten to change the forgot to change the name, and it still says 1E1 shots, which is our Monday game. But before I send it off into the wilderness to YouTube, I will make sure that I change it correctly so you'll be able to follow our games. This is our 81st episode of this particular group. And I appreciate everybody for being here. So let us get back to where we was. As you guys have just pulled off taking out these grells, these brain-looking beak-like creatures with big, huge, long tendrils dragging underneath them. Fortunately, nobody was captured or paralyzed, because that could be no good. For the record, when they poison you, the next turn, if you get a second chance at your save. If you fail 2 saves in a row, you become paralyzed, and they can move pretty fast, and they are not weighed down by bodies like you can only move half your speed carrying somebody unless you have a feat or otherwise ability. They don't have that. So they can drag you, and you would have gone straight up into the volcanic tubes. Would have been fun as Nilo in her spider climb armor goes after you guys. But anyway, I digress.
As in 5 minutes.
As I digress. As you guys stand here now, one of you dripping wet, the rest of you seeing this strange decanter that he brought up from the depths below. You see no other exits from this chamber. So the options are, do you guys want to search for any secret exits, or do you want to go back the way we came?
Looks like we just need to go back the way we came. There's nothing else in here
That we know of.
that we know of. And I'm not sending Raldo up into the tubes.
Okay. Well, Raldo, are you snapping Raldo back?
Yeah, I'll bring him back. I'm on my shoulder there.
Would that be a sad
Last place we got left is a stairwell going up.
That's
That
what it
there he
seems.
is.
That's what it seems.
Let's go. Boom, boom, boom.
All right. As you guys begin to work your way back through the tunnels.
Hey, look, the cube's still here.
I will take care of the blind guy and his handmaiden.
Handmaiden. Man.
Yeah, you know, he's kind of like your buddy. You ever seen Handmaid's Tale?
I need to. I've heard about it.
Yeah, I heard it's good.
I just hate. I assume moving on this map is easier with a mouse. I've tried to do it with the touchpad on a laptop, and
Yep.
it shakes the screen so
You might,
much. Just to
guys
move.
might want to wait just for a second, you know, so that everybody else can catch up to you. So,
All right, I waited.
Where are they? Oh, there.
so as you guys get back, once again, I'm going to go ahead and reread just because I want to, so you guys can see where you are at. As you stand at the base of these wide flagstone steps leading up into darkness, you can see that the walls leading up are smooth, very smooth, much like the walls you guys saw in the upper level or the lower level when you did your frontal assault. When you exit down into this chamber area, you guys find that the walls and stone down here are a little more rough, not quite as smooth as what they were upstairs. However, you can see that this chamber that you're standing in is very wide, perhaps 80 feet square, maybe not that much. Let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 60 feet square. The only tunnel with any pillars in it of any kind leads out to the north, and that's the way you guys came in. The only thing of note here in this chamber is this huge 10-foot square block stone, deepest purple pillar going all the way to the ceiling, some 40 feet. So anyway, it appears to be some sort of a formal processional leading north. The chamber itself is high vaulted, and a central column mass rises up about 40 feet to meet the ceiling above the arches of stone. You saw the 2 doors for the other rooms that you guys investigated, but what is most interesting about this particular pillar is that it bears some sort of a statue within. It's almost like this square stone pillar has this statue in each face, but it's kind of inlaid. You can see it, but there's a slight purplish translucent stone that kind of covers it. It's kind of like somebody carved this statue inside this large marble pillar and then covered it with this thin layer of purple rock, so thin that you can actually see through it like a dirty window. But in each side, you can see that there is some sort of a statue carved within, set back in a niche. But like I said, the pillar itself is completely covered in this sheer purple, so the niche is like looking through a dirty glass window and looking through a window, and they've got some kind of a mannequin in a window, right? But it's just 10-foot tall stone statue in each face. But anyway, that's essentially what you can see.
Well, none of these changed.
No, none of them changed.
Nope.
Each one looks a little different. Not different in the sense that they changed from the last time you see them, but they're not all the same statue carved into the various sides.
Just making sure there's been nothing has happened since we've been gone. And with that,
nope.
I believe we should just go downstairs, right? This is downstairs?
No, this is up.
This is upstairs. Guess we're going up.
Yeah, this leads back up to, you believe, the level where you guys
Did we clear the rest of the map? I feel like we missed some spots.
Yes, we did.
Uh,
To the best of our knowledge, it has been cleared.
yeah, if you want to zoom out on the stream, you could see everything that you've seen.
I can't see like over here.
Yeah, that's right. You
I-
guys
I
never.
have-
Yeah, that was one
Okay, 'cause
door
I
you guys
have a
didn't go
slot.
into.
I have a slot opened up on that door. These doors had, like earwigs or something like, or
No, that was
frames.
down here. That was way off
only
to the
those doors,
side.
okay.
Yep. Yeah, so you guys never
Corbin.
actually.
We checked out this room here.
Yep.
I have it opened up.
No, it has not been.
Ah, okay. Well, let's go check it out. then.
Well, hang on. I take it back. It was open. Yeah, you can't see inside it because there's a room, but that room, all four of these rooms, all four doors have been opened.
Okay. All right, never mind. Then.
The only thing that I see is blacked out is over here.
Where?
See where I'm at?
Yeah, that is correct.
I
This.
thought- No, here.
Yeah,
I thought someone went over there.
yeah. I
Yeah,
think
two of us went to go
yeah,
check out the room with the garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
that was way down there. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, you can poke your heads back in just to double check anything that you may
Yeah.
thought you have missed.
Come on, guys.
Oh, are you gonna go check out the garbage again?
I chose dark area. You told me to go check it out again, so I'm gonna do it.
Okay. So as you get back to that room, you can see that this place appears to be about 50 feet long from front to back and about 30 feet wide. You can see that there are huge heaps of rubbish and bones thrown into it. It's obviously like some kind of a garbage dump by the inhabitants of the complex above. Only thing of value that you may see at all is if you're hungry, you see a couple of normal-sized rats sort of scurrying away into side tunnels that lead into the volcanic rock. But other than that, there's just a nasty, smelly mess coming from this place.
Nothing to do with that.
No?
Okay, I just have to go.
Okay.
You should never add meat to your compost pile.
Okay. Makes sense.
You get some nasty shit in there if you do.
Okay.
Up we go.
All right.
Wee.
As you get to the stairs, you can hear noise coming from the top of the stairs, just so you are aware. Where did everybody go?
We went upstairs. We're
Yeah,
right
no,
here.
I know you did, but I'm going to that map, and I have to make sure I've got you guys on the map, and does not see worst you be, so I must have taken you off the map. So we go here.
So anyway,
I'm going to do this. All right, I need everybody to give me a strength check. I mean a strength, but move silently, dexterity. What is that?
stealth.
Yes, thank you. Give me a stealth check, please. DC 15.
Now with you messing up the names.
Yep.
That's all right, normal. What the heck? I can pick up dice.
All right. Ooh. 15. Let's see.
Okay,
That's
let me try that again.
29. What? No. Why are you rolling again?
Okay. What the heck? I haven't rolled. Okay, let me just refresh.
No. It rolled. It rolled twice.
Okay. Because on my screen, my dice was suspended in the air, swinging around
Nope.
like a pendulum, not
Nope.
actually rolling.
Nope. It rolled. You rolled a 15. So 15, 14 is 29, and 4 is 33, and 7 is 40. So you got a 64. Since I can't math, I'm going to go 64. Oh, so close. All right. as you guys begin to move your way up the stairs, as I said, you can hear noise coming from the... I'm going to have to put here. Oop. Oh, okay. All right, one of you there. Sorry, I'm putting you guys on the map just so I can... I got Nilo. Let's do Corbin. And let's do this guy. And let's do this guy. Of course, we have to do him. Okay, that was weird. That gave me his hit points. All right, just want to make sure that I've got everybody. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. As you guys reach the top, reach the top of the stairs, suddenly you see why there was sound. As let's do this. Here. Take him off. Here. Here. As you guys come around the top, you can see that there is a small contingent of gnolls as well as some Norkers guarding the stairs. And as you guys are trying to maintain your quiet, you descend up these flat, wide stairs. As the farther you get up, the smoother the walls become, the smoother the floor becomes, and somebody stumbles, trips, and clangs their metallic armor into the wall. It reverberates, alerting everybody up top. Everybody roll for initiative. And settle in for a long winter's night.
That's a lot of dice.
There's a lot of dice.
I like my new dice color.
What color you got? The green?
The heck? Blue.
Still waiting on your roll.
Oh,
Nilo.
I didn't roll.
Nope. All right. Here we go. Corbin, what's the 4d10 for? Corbin.
I roll advantage with initiative.
Yeah, but you rolled 4d10?
I clicked the initiative button. I don't know.
Weird. Anyway, you are up first, sir, with a 29 for your initiative.
All right.
As you come around the top, or as you come up the top, you can hear shouts coming in the Knoll tongue. They've returned. Let his lordship know, is what you recognize being said.
Everybody, pull back to the stairs. We'll use it as a choke point.
Toricus, check the other side.
I'm gonna move up. Take a look. Okay, so it's like a U-shaped room then.
Yeah, you guys came into this U-shaped room here, and there's a stairs going down.
All right, guys, let's use this as a choke point. Melee types up front. I will pull back, and I guess that's it for now.
Okay. Ragnar. Why is it doing that?
What?
I'm clicking the next for you to go. And I'm clicking next, and for some reason it's rolling like 4d10. It did it for Corbin when it was his turn, and I don't know why it's rolling a 4d10. It's something strange going on.
Why are you showing? I'm like at 51 hit points now. I think you damaged me with that.
Yeah, I don't know why. Hang on, you should be back up though, right? 87?
I think it was 80 I was at.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. 29 it took off. So I need to put 21 back on Corbin because I'll bet you it took the damage to him too.
Nope, it did to me too.
Yep. I don't know why it's doing damage
I
to you
was
guys.
maxed out.
I'll definitely put some smarts on the wizard.
Yeah. So I need to figure out why it's doing that, but who are you attacking? Okay, you moved up to attack? Okay.
Yeah, did it roll the attack?
It did. It rolled the attack and you got an 18 to hit.
I'm not seeing it on my screen. Maybe I need to reload.
You did 7 damage.
Okay.
And you got a soft 20 that hits.
Soft 20? Okay.
Yep, that hits. For another 7 hit points. Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. Let's see if this does damage to Tarikas too. Sure did. Why is it doing that? That is bizarre. I must have done something on the start of combat that it did something, but... Tarikas, you're up.
Were you able to hear me?
Nope.
Oh, I said I can't see anything. It's all black.
Uh-oh. Because you're blind. Better...
I'm blind.
How about now?
He would have to
there
do
you go.
the damage.
Oh, it's reduced for some reason.
Because I lit a torch.
Yeah, I should have light back on though.
Well, cast light.
Yeah, that'll be my turn.
No, you don't have to do that to return to cast light. That'll because you've already had it on. It probably just didn't carry over from map to map.
Okay. Hold on. Gotta do this.
Just cast it without consuming the resource, or don't count it off. Yep. Now it's got it on you.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna move there, I guess. Well, everybody's out of range, unfortunately. Can't do a bless on everybody, I don't think. Let me see. Do I need to see everybody to do bless?
Mm-hmm. I think it says anybody you can see in range.
No, it just says within range.
Okay, sounds fair.
All right. So I guess it's like a holy thing, like a aura instead of a.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna get us all, and that's gonna put me down to 6. That's 9, 7, 7. Oh crap! I'm only gonna have.
No, you
one.
had 8. You had 8 left. Now, if you use,
No, I have 7 because I had to use light again to get it back.
mm-mm.
Yeah, because I cast it on me, and then I cast it on the stone, and then I had cast it on me again.
Oh, okay.
So if I have 7 left, and then I try to do that, it's gonna be 6 again, and then I'm gonna have 1 left.
Okay.
We're trying to cast that at 3rd level to get us all.
If that's what you want to do. You can do that, you know.
Wait a minute, I might not even be able to do that. It's a blesses. Yeah, first. So I get okay, yeah.
So that
Okay,
leaves
here
you
we go.
1.
Yeah, 1. 1 left. Problem is I can't see.
Sure you can.
Can't see to target the other guy. Thank you.
I'll put them back when you're done.
Oh, did you want this
Okay.
ring back?
No, hold on to it. I got a necklace of adaptation.
Okay.
The ring provides other benefits that the necklace doesn't, which is why I still had it, but I no longer need it for this.
I
The
didn't
ring,
agree.
if I recall, gave me like full movement or something like that, which the necklace doesn't give me.
All right, just waiting on you, monkey.
Hey there, go. All right, y'all, don't get hurt too bad. I have limited stuff.
It's weird. It's
I can
not.
do
It's it's not like showing like it did before. Give me a second. I had to refresh my game because everything froze on me. So Oh, there we
maybe I
go.
have to do some
Oh, hang on.
researches.
there we go. There we go. I think we're good.
Yep, I'm gonna target myself and everybody. Yep, we're good.
All right,
Don't put him
cool.
back.
All right. As everybody is
And I'm gonna
blessed.
move up the stairs a little bit.
All
Stay
right.
concentrate. I go, y'all are blessed.
No, I'm out of here. All right, let's see what they're. All right, cool.
I like that blessed effect. It's cool.
Yeah, this is absolutely bizarre. I don't know why it's doing this, but it's rolling 4d10 every single time it's somebody's turn, and I don't know why. I'm not going to worry about it now.
What do they have? Legendary.
It's calculating the total damage you do to us on the final turn.
Yeah, that's what it is. All right, so that's where he goes. Oh, dummy. Okay, what the hell? This is starting to frustrate me. There we go. Okay. Now, oh, that's his turn. Now his turn. Their speed is 30. Okay, and go there. Now we get up to. Oh, I need to put Ragnar back where he was.
Why are you moving me?
Okay, I'll just take the bless off you. That's fine. Hate this. Which one is it? This guy. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I'm going to come right here. It's going to target Ragnar Stormhelm. And let's go with Spear. Will I? Of course not. That's it for him. Okay, that's him. And Hygel.
Okay. I can't really see anything.
Yeah, you'll end up having to move in order to see.
Is it to the right of the staircase?
There's creatures on both sides as far as you know. But as you come around to the corner right there, you can see that there are two creatures over here. One looks to be like a Norker, the other one a Knoll, and you can see up here a Knoll.
All right, guys, let's all spread out instead of using the choke point.
Nice,
Nat
31. Nice. 31 hits. Don't forget to just roll the damage as crit. don't have to add anything. It'll automatically crit for you. Nice. 30 hit points of damage as the firebolt blasts into the Norker, obliterating the poor creature before it even has a chance to do anything. That it for you?
And that's it for my turn, yeah.
Really pissing me off. All right. As this knoll gets right here, and it has a extra reach with the spear. Actually, you know what? Yeah, well, we'll do this. Yeah, we'll do the spear first. Of course not. Why would I want to hit it? Nilo Handar, you are up.
Yeah, there's that damage again.
Yep. Hang on, let me see really quick. It did 16.
Did anyone check this side?
Did 16 to you, so it leaves you 49.
Apparently not.
15.
I thought we were gonna pull them to the stairs, but I guess
Hang
not.
on, it did 16 damage. I thought you had been healed more than that.
Me?
Yeah, because it's saying you
No,
have...
I've not been healed.
It's
I
saying
should have 49 health left. If I recall.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Just wanted to make sure.
That's the damage done to me by the
Oh,
the
gotcha.
rail.
You're right. My bad. Okay. All right. Anyway, you are up.
Alright, Joel, check that corner when you get a chance. I will
side?
move up to here. Nope, there we go. I'm going to move up to here.
Okay.
Target this null. Wait. I'm going to call back. They are coming on the right side. Ragnar, we should really pull back. And I am going to stab him.
Okay. Nice. That hits with a 17. Eight points of damage. 27 hits. For another 11 hit points of damage. Nicely done. Two well-placed blows. Literally almost cause a creature to drop, but as severe as the wounds are, it manages to stand. Anything else for you? Is that it for you, Nilo?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay. Give him his 11. Oops, give him his hit points back. Not that it means much. Let's see. Oh, cool. All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As it makes a club attack on Ragnar. Hey, I hit Ragnar. Woot woot. For like 2 points of damage. Oh, hey, 7 hit points of damage as it follows it up with a nasty bite attack. Of course that misses. All right, that is it for the Norker. All right, let me see how much damage he took. Let me give that back to him. Oh my god, this is very frustrating. Okay. All right. As he 5, 10, 15, 20 moves over here, targets Nilo. Bios. At Nilo. Hey, I hit Nilo with a 22.
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I will allow it. I will grant thee thy idea.
whopping 4 hit points of damage to Nilo from the longbow attack. Okay, give him back his 25.
Let me cake. Damage allowed.
Okay. As you guys see coming up, this rather nasty, super large wolf comes in, launches its bite attacks at Ragnar. 17, oops, misses Ragnar. Misses Nilo too. I guess I shouldn't have had them both selected. Okay, that's it for it. Who's next? And how much did he take? Which one was it? Alright, the one in front of Ragnar. It's his turn. And he took 22, so let's give that back. Oh my goodness, it's crazy. Alright, as he goes after Ragnar with his stabbity stab with the spear. Crit with the spear! What? Seriously? Damage. Critical hit. As Ragnar suffers 18 hit points of damage from the spear blow from the knoll that is in front of him. And last but not least, our last knoll. He slides across over here, targeting Ragnar with his bow. Uh, 16 misses Ragnar with his bow. And that brings us back to the top of the order. Corvin. Oh my god. 27. I may have to do something here, guys, and I apologize, but I have to give Corvin back his 27 hit points. Hang on just a second. So everybody... Yeah, everybody look at your initiative, please, and see what your initiative was, and remember what it was.
Hold on.
Yep.
Everybody
I
got
don't know where
their...
to look.
If you go to the combat tab, the little cross swords, the cross swords at the top of on the right-hand side, it'll have, you just find your character and look over and see what your initiative is.
21.
Everybody got theirs? Alright, because I am going to end combat. And then I'm going to reselect everybody.
47.
Alright. I am going to roll the NPCs again. And I'm going to roll your initiatives for you. Just need to remove Raldo. All right. Corvin, what was yours? 29?
Correct.
Nyla, what was yours?
11.
Hygel, what was yours?
13.
Tarikas, yours was 21.
Yes, sir.
Ragnar? Ragnar?
21, sorry. I thought I had unmuted a few minutes ago.
I think that's everybody, right?
Yep.
All right, it's a little bit different, and it's doing it again. Why the fuck? God damn it. I really do not want to go through this entire combat having to go through and putting everybody's hit points back.
Well, take it by paper. Oh no, that'll drop us off of combat with the program now.
You have not been hit yet, right, Corbin?
That's correct.
All right, so you should be maxed. All right. I'm sorry. I have to figure out what's going on here, guys. I'm going to look in the settings here for combat.
Do these creatures get additional attacks or bonuses when they...
No, this is, it's doing it for every creature in this combat. Every single person that their turn comes up, it automatically rolls 4d10 for damage. And I don't know where the hell it's coming from. I don't know, did I click on something? Did I do something?
Andre messing up.
Yes, that's what I think. And I refreshed the page thinking, okay, maybe it won't do it again, but it's doing it. But all right. Let's just get through this and then I'll figure it out later. So Corvin, you're up.
All right. So I am going to cast Hunter's Mark. I'll actually have to use a charge for this time.
Okay. Nice. Ow, he is now marked.
Good. And we'll follow that up with a sneak attack with a short bow.
As that hits with a 17.
All right. Damage.
As your arrow flies, slamming into the knoll, it pierces its heart as the damage, severe damage done by Nilo initially, Corvin finishes him off, and he is no longer eligible for combat.
That's what we like it. All right. I guess that'll be the end of my turn.
Okay. You do have a bonus action? Oh, no, you already casted it. Never mind. That's when you cast. Never mind. My bad. Ragnar. Ragnar loses 30 hit points just because he's in combat.
Really? Damn.
You're back to 73. I just gave him back to you.
It's just to make things challenging.
Yeah, it's still gotta have it challenging, you know? Exactly.
Yeah, what do you mean, Sean?
Undocumented feature to enhance your gameplay.
Since you're playing the fighter and a barbarian mix specifically, I get my butt handed to me every combat. You're like, you know what? Maybe I should make it harder.
Are you no longer raging? Able to rage? Have you used them all for today?
I don't think so, but I'm not going to use them unless we run into, say, like, trolls or something.
Gotcha. That's fair.
I wasn't planning on using it against anything that's not chaff.
That's fair. As
I think that's enough.
that 13 misses, it does. Don't forget, you guys have advantages available.
And
that's a crit. I like that.
and that's the one.
I like it. Let's see.
All right, that's my turn.
However, that does enough, just enough, to remove that knoll from combat as your second blow. Although it ricochets slightly, as it's a solid blow, but it's just hung up enough as you scrape along the wall where you're standing with your axe, but you manage to bury it into its chest, and blood spurts out of its mouth as you rip it away, and it drops to the floor dead. Is that it for you, you said? Tarikas, you are up. And to start this off, Tarikas suffers 32 hit points of damage. Let me put that back. All right, Tarikas, you're up. What you want to do?
Why did Sir Cuthbert forsaken me?
He hasn't forsaken you. He's still, look at all the pretty little dazzly things around all your friends.
You might want to take a screenshot of that, post it on the Discord.
Yeah.
Or, Foundry.
Yep.
Maybe somebody will know.
I'm gonna attack Mr. Lizard Norker.
Okay.
Hey, you, white lizard. I have a message for you from your ex-wife. On the end of this bolt.
I have a message about your cars extended, about your wagons extended warranty.
That, I believe, 24 hits with the crossbow.
Man, it always spins on 8. And then it goes to 5.
7. Yep, I like it. That's my favorite. Is that it for you?
And then I will
Hide.
no, I will monitor, supervise.
Gotcha. All right.
Hide me? No.
What that was. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay. As
I
it's,
know you'll find a way to get a guy there.
as this, yeah, as the knoll takes aim at Ragnar with his longbow, releasing the nasty-looking arrow as it ka-ching, clinks off of the dwarf's armor, leaving him safe from harm. Hygel Craghammer.
Alright. Just playing it safe with my another
Nice,
crit.
another crit! Look at you go, boy! Oops. Sorry, folks, for that are watching. For 28. You hit that. That was the knoll you hit, right? Once again,
Yeah, the one on the right.
Once again, the firebolt leaps from your fingertips, smashing into the knoll's face. Just as he's getting ready to draw his bow back to fire at you, you manage to snuff out his measly existence as he collapses to the floor, his fur still smoldering where the firebolt blasted. Is that it for you?
Yep, that's it.
All right. Nilo Hundar, you are up.
Alright, what to do. Oh. Was there anyone coming on that right side there? Did we catch him early?
So you're not sure what's over there? So I cannot tell you. Let's see. Looks like, yep. So I am not sure who did. Sorry guys, I have to pause this just for a second. I apologize, game players. I do apologize. Give me un momento. Nilo, you want to bounce back to Discord real quick?
Yeah.
I'm getting. Did anybody from our channel get any DM activity?
Not I.
No.
Yeah. So it looks like. Yeah. Well, looks
the person
like.
that joined was suspicious.
Yep. So actually, we have two. We have Amelia and we have Helen. Yep. Sent excessive DMs to non-friend server members in the last 24 hours. So I am going to. I'm just going to.
Helen's already gone. Amelia's still in there.
Yep. So we are going to. Let's say. I'm going to do them both just because if they want to. Anything for the last 6 hours. Ah, crud. Hang on a sec. I have to go to my handy dandy Discord. For those of you that use like Authenticator and stuff like that, they're great, but boy, can they be a pain in the butt. Confirm. Ba-ding. There you go. Mark as resolved. Okay. I apologize for those that are watching the stream, but when I start, I got a pop-up alert from Discord saying that we had spammers on my Discord channel. So back to where we were. Nilo, you're up.
Yep. Okay. So I ran right up into the midst of this shit, and I found this wolf here.
Yep, you see, and it is not just a regular wolf. It is a rather sizable warg wolf. It is a large
Oh, it is a
creature.
warg.
It is a large creature.
Right. Yeah, that's a problem that we do not need here. I will mirror image myself.
Nice. You targeted the knoll for mirror image, though.
I did
Yep.
because the effect popped up on me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So let's go ahead and just cancel that.
Yep.
And I'm gonna.
And
I just refunded the resource for you. Did you cast it without? Did you select don't consume?
Yes.
All right. So I am going to consume the resource because.
Oh.
Yeah, because what I can do is I refunded the resource and then you cast it again without selecting it. So I think we're good.
You refunded it, and I cast without consuming the resource. So I clicked one of the slots to take away the slot, and then you consumed the resource.
All right,
I had to add it back.
I just put it
Hey,
back.
we're good. We're good.
I just put it back.
I got 1 out of 2.
All right, just make sure you still got that because I just refunded just to make sure.
Yep.
Anyway, you
I
are
got 1 out of 2.
all right. Cool. You are mirror image now.
Yep.
All right. Any movement? Anything else? Is mirror image a regular cast, not a bonus, right?
Yeah, it's a regular cast.
Okay. Is that it for you then?
I have me looking to double check that. Yeah, it's a full action.
Okay. Cool.
You
still have movement.
Hold on. I don't need to move. Let me double check my class ability real quick to make sure that doesn't take effect. Has to be a cantrip. Okay, we're good. Move on.
All right.
Oh, my owl makes the my dragon brawler hits this Norker for advantage on the next attack against it, and it flies back a bit.
Cool. All right. Give me just one more second here. Oops. Sorry, I'm just posting this to posting that to Discord so you guys can regale your exploits. Okay. One more time, Nalo, what'd you say? Sorry.
Vraldo smacked the Norker for advantage on the next
Gotcha.
attack against it.
Perfect. Okay. Is that it for you then?
Yep.
All right. As it is now this guy's turn. Yeah. As he comes down, he targets the squishy gnome with his bite attack.
And misses.
Of course he does. Do you expect anything less? Oh, I hit! Oh, I didn't think I'd hit. I hit. Yay! As his teeth sink into your soft flesh, doing 8 hit points of piercing damage to your fragile little bones. And that is it for his turn. As the other one, let me give his hit points back as well. As the other one takes aim at Nilo Hundar and her not so squishy self.
I'll allow him to attempt to hit me. He's not
Okay.
allowed to hit me, but I'll allow him to attempt it.
I appreciate. Ha! Ha! Soft 20 hits.
Off 20. Okay. I believe it was on a. Let me double check exactly what number it is.
What?
My mirror image.
Oh, yeah, I have
Well,
to.
D6 on a 3+. That's right. They changed it on a 3+.
All right, so you
It
get to roll the d6. I'm surprised it doesn't have in here.
That's a 1.
So that
I
hits
rolled
you.
a 1.
That hits you.
I believe so. Yes.
Yep, it has to be a 3 or greater. It
On a 3 or higher, one of the duplicates is hit instead of you.
Yep. So that
That
hits,
one hits
but it hits you. However, comma you still have your 4 remaining, or is it 3? Whichever it is.
I still have all 3. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. And 10 hit points of bite damage to Nilo. It looks like the mage is going to have to break out his
3. Yep.
fireball soon. All right, as the Norker. Targets. He's going to target the dwarf. As he first swings with his club. 15 misses on that, but he follows up with his bite attack. Hits the dwarf with his bite attack for 4 hit points of damage to Ragnar Stormhelm. Okay, and now our gnolls. Which one is this? All right, how much damage did he take? 21. Of course he did.
21.
Yep. All right.
21.
As he is going after you with the spear, trying to jab Nilo with the spear. Misses like a champ. I like it. And then the last gnoll.
That's what I'm talking about. That's why we're here.
Yeah. As he is going to aim at Nilo with his longbow. And whiff. Bada, 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 whiff. As we are back to the top of the order. Corbin. Who did we get? Who did we get? As the Norker is now Hunter's marked. There's your bonus action. Oh, hang on a second. I forgot to do something here. Yeah, I got to give your 11 hit points back. Sorry. All right. As you hit, oh shit, hit with that 31. You go, boy. Uh, 14 hit points of damage to the Norker. Oh, that's pretty darn close. All right, is that it for you?
Yep, that's it for me.
Okay, cool. Ragnar, you're up.
Let's see what's going to die next.
Say again, sir? Oh, yeah. See what's going to die next?
I said, let's see what's going to die next.
All right.
Let me move because I can't see. There we go.
All right. Interesting that it does that. Oh, you know what that is? I just realized. Hang on, we'll talk about this in a second. Hits with a 25.
I still can't see. Like, it's not showing me my dice rolls.
Well, you hit with a 25, so just hit the damage.
Okay.
And you did 9 hit points of damage to the knoll. Let me make sure really quick. Oh, hang on. Okay, there it goes. And the 23 hits. Nice. For another 6 hit points of damage. Bringing him down 2 quick cleaves. So I just want to bring attention. Is anybody watching the stream or are you guys all just watching the VTT?
I'm just watching the VTT.
I'm watching both.
So if
Thanks, Cardman.
what Cardman do
got a
now?
20 from Cardman.
Come on, man. Seriously? All right, so Hygel has a nat 20. Nilo has 2 nat 20s. Tarikas has a nat 20 available, just so you're all aware. Thanks for that, boss. Appreciate it. So I just want to, again, I'm getting more and more impressed with the 5th edition effects and stuff. If you're watching the stream, I don't know if you guys can see it on, yeah. So if you look at the VTT, off to the left-hand side on the other side of the wall, if you are Ragnar,
Oh.
you can see these 3 little glowing figures. I believe that's Ragnar's blind sight.
It is.
I can see things through walls with blind sense. You didn't know?
I mean, that's
Yep.
exactly how it functions. That is.
Yep. So I don't know if any of the players can see it on the VTT, but you can see it on the
see it,
stream.
yeah.
You can see it on the stream,
I
but I
cannot
don't.
see it by him. Sorry.
Right. Yeah. So Ragnar, you can detect that on the other side of the wall there are more creatures, and they're moving around as if they're getting dressed. So anyway, that's it for Ragnar's turn. Anything else for you, sir?
Ragnar like pauses after he beats the crap out of this poor Yorker, and he like looks, and then he points. He slaps the wall with his shield. He goes, "There's more of them behind the wall."
Oh.
I was wondering what that was, and I went, "Oh fuck, it's Ragnar! It's Ragnar! He can see that. This game is starting to impress me with the effects. If only Forge would work the way it's supposed to, and not damage everybody every time I take a turn. Sorry, guys, once again for delaying. Tarikas, you are up. Let me give that back.
Okay. Noker.
Nice. Crossbow hits the Norker. But does it do damage? Why, yes, it does. Does 3 hit points of damage to the Norker, and wouldn't you know it, he has exactly 3 hit points left. Anything?
Alright.
Is that it for you?
Yep.
All right. Which null is this? Okay. As this one targets Nilo with his bow.
I suppose I can allow that.
I appreciate that. Oh, an 18. Just a bit
That is a
outside.
miss.
Just a bit outside. Let me see. Do I? Of course not. All right. Hygel, you are up. You have 42 hit points. Just checking because I got to put it back to that. And you see this.
Cast sleep on the Swarg.
Gonna cast sleep upon it.
If you attack a creature asleep on it, does it wake up?
Yes.
So there is no what's oh never mind, here's it. Has to have a wisdom saving throw. So let's do
DC
this.
16.
All right, so he rolled a 1, or have the incapacitated until the end of its next turn. So it is now incapacitated. And yep, it's got the target. See the little Z's coming off it? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, a lot of really cool stuff.
That is awesome, man. I absolutely love this. All right.
And then I'm gonna move into the hallway here.
Okay.
If it wants to let me move.
Cool. All right.
And I'll end my turn.
All right. Sweet. All right.
Can't
let's
wait
see.
for the blind wizard to have blind sights. Just blows
Oh my God.
That is, yeah, blow a hole in the wall. Exactly.
I hear shouting over there. Fireball!
All right, Nilo,
Hey,
you
look,
are
you
at
can-
35 hit points, and you are up.
I have a question for
Are
Sean.
you sure I'm at 35 hit points?
Yes, I just put him back. I'm sorry, really quick. What's the question, sir?
Fireball requires line of sight for indicating the location. So if you have blind sense, can you still use it?
Wait, it depends on what you're casting. If you're casting something that doesn't have to go like fireball, right? You can pick
Yeah, it
this.
just requires line of sight. That's why I'm saying, like, if you have blind sense, does
Well, hang
blind
on.
sense count as line of sight?
No, it doesn't. But I would say that if there's a spell you can cast that just magically appears in a spot and that's where the effect happens, like a fireball is a little streaking ball of fire that goes to where it needs to be and then balloons into flame. If there's something that you can cast that you say, I cast it, and the spell appears over there and that's where the effect is, and it's not like all the way through, I would say that, for example, you could cast that on one of the creatures on the other side of the wall. You know what I mean? It would depend on the it would depend on the spell and the spell wording, but I would say yeah, you could, because even though it's not really.
That'd be a really good use for Moonbeam.
There's a distinct difference between line of sight and see the target.
Right.
Because the flavor text for fireball is you take a bead and a bead of energy and it streaks across the air in a straight line to the location and then explodes. So even with blind sense, even with a blind individual, you can choose to target a square over here, and it can still go to that square. If you try to target, say, Nyla was to try to shoot back here, it would hit this pillar and explode on the pillar instead.
Right. But yeah, again, it would have to me.
Yeah.
To me, it's going to be like how it's worded and stuff. But anyway, Nilo, you're up.
I shoot that way, 30 feet. Wow.
Yeah, but again, if there's something that's in the way, then
In
that
a way,
would.
it's going to hit that instead.
Yeah.
So hope there's not a target in the way
Right.
before you clear that radius.
Yeah. Anyway, Nilo, you're up.
Yeah, I am. Was there something back there?
Well, he said there's more of them in there.
Oh. No. Look in the Hydra. Was there something back there?
Apparently, there's some more of these things getting ready. I'm just waiting for them to come out.
She is going to. Who's the greater threat? The Knoll. You know what? The Ragnar can attack the Knoll. I'm gonna go for the Warg. I am going to. I will. Do I get one? I should get one of these, right? Yeah. I'm gonna hex the Warg. And then I'm going to stab it.
Hang on.
Actually, first my dragon is going to give me advantage on it.
Okay.
And then I'm going to stab it with my dagger.
And it hits.
And then, did I add the D6 to that? No. 1 sec. Let me just.
Another 2.
Another 2. Yep. And then my second attack.
That hits as well. Nice.
And the score penalized is strength.
Okay.
So any strength checks,
Yep.
it takes disadvantage on.
Gotcha. All right. So this warg is up. Need to give him his hit points back. And he has to make another save on his wisdom save. It's a DC what, Josh? 16?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. He failed his wisdom save again. So I select the warg. And why did it not? Josh, go ahead and cast sleep again. Just select it so you don't use a resource. Just cast sleep on the warg again. Because it won't let me select the next one for his save. It's weird.
I had to see him first, sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
Uncheck consume item use, right?
Correct. And he failed. And he is unconscious. Yep. So he is now considered unconscious. So I think attacks, any hit against him is an automatic crit. You have advantage on the attack. If anybody wants to attack the sleeping warg, the attack is with advantage, and any hit is an automatic crit. So for those that didn't know.
Sounds like something the hunter can do.
Yep. All right. As the other warg. Karate. Yeah,
How long is he gonna stay asleep? Just the one turn?
no, I forget how long sleep lasts, Josh. Do you know?
It says it up there. I think it's as long as.
Let's see. It says for the duration, so however long the duration. Oh, its duration's 1 minute, 10 rounds. So he'll be asleep for 1 minute or 10 rounds, if you will. After that, he can wake up. Okay. So this warg is very upset at Nilo marring his fur. Therefore, he is going to bite Nilo's face off.
Shouldn't have done it. He should not have just been there.
Yeah. A 20 hits.
Yeah, okay, let me roll to see if he even hits me.
Nope, he does not.
No.
Now you now have 2 of them left.
I now have 2, correct.
All right, so now it has to be a 5 or a 6, I think it is.
No, it's just 3 up. It's just straight up. So it used to be roll D4. And it hits you like on a 1, it'll hit you.
Yep.
Now it's a D6 on a 3 plus it hits you.
Okay.
And you lose 1.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Cool. All right.
It's now 50-50.
Yep. All right. We are back to the top of the order. Hang on a sec. Let me. For some reason, it didn't roll their initiative, but.
You know, guys, it might be a good idea for me to take out the ward last.
All right, so it took off how many? Took off 20 hit points from Corbin. Let me put that back before you do anything, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Corbin, you're up.
right. Time to shift my hunter's mark again.
Okay.
Who do I target here? I think I'll target that one. Follow
Okay.
up with a sneak attack.
That hits. 28.
Right on. Damage. Not bad. Not bad.
Hang on, give me just a second. That was enough to take him out.
Right on.
Okay.
That'll be my turn.
Thank you, sir. All right. Ragnar Stormhelm. You watch. You watch as suddenly an arrow comes flying over your shoulder, right between the eyes of the knoll, and you watch him fall straight back onto his back in front of you, dead.
Time to crunch some boys.
Okay.
Oh, there's more boys.
Uh, 20 hits. For 5 hit points of damage to the knoll. The second one misses.
Gotcha. That's
Don't
my
forget, you do have a nat 20 available to you. Actually, I mean, not a nat 20, you have a advantage available to you if you should ever want to use it.
turn. Gotcha.
Jarigas, are you ready? Are you with us still?
Yes.
You are up.
Excuse me. Just sipping a little bit of my gin and juice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I am going to move there. They killed my Norker. How dare they? Hit that one.
Okay. What are you doing with it?
Hey,
Crossbow?
here we go. Yep, sir.
$23 hits. Six hit points of damage. Nicely done. Is that it for you?
Yes, sir. I'll move back one.
All right. So, okay, here. All right, we'll just do them one at a time. I really hate doing this. It's taking so much time. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. As he moves here, and he actually has a spear that he can
What about me?
go after Ragnar with.
Oh, I think I tried to interrupt my concentration.
No. 16 misses Ragnar. Okay. The next knoll is the one right in front of you. Yeah, he still has his spear. I just want to make sure how many hit points he's got. I really wish I knew where this was coming from. And the knoll right in front of Ragnar targets him with his spear. Of course not. Bastard. Next knoll. Okay. Oops. Yeah. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to stay up here. And he is going to target Nilo with his longbow. And of course I missed. I haven't hit anything yet hardly tonight. And the last knoll here before the party. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to aim here for Ragnar. Huh. I am going to roll another attack because I haven't done this in a while and I always think it's fun. As he misses Ragnar, but he crits his partner. The knoll right in front of Ragnar screams out in pain.
Oh my god.
As the arrow pierces into its flesh, doing 11 hit points of damage to the knoll in front of Ragnar, as there is now an arrow sticking out of its back. As a critical fumble has consequences. All right. Our gnome executioner, Hygel.
All right, I guess it's about that time.
Okay.
Forgot how we did these fireballs.
All you have to do is tell me where you're going to put it, target all the creatures that are going to be engulfed in it.
Can I place the template down first? Because I already have it going.
Well, you have to, you did a cast. Yeah, so you definitely place the template down wherever you're going to have it cast. Okay.
And then it's going to protect Ragnar.
Yep. All right. So
How do I multi-select again, guys?
uh,
I don't think I was doing it last time. I think you were just doing it.
yeah,
You
that's
do
what I'm,
shift.
yeah, I'm gonna. Oop, let me do this. Sorry. Yeah, you can try it if you want, Josh, but I can see more of the creatures because I'm going to say this goes into the room too. So I'm going to go shift, select, 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 select. I'm going to go ahead and select them, Josh, because there's creatures in the room you can't see that are going to be affected
Yeah,
by the
that's what I
fireball.
figured. I tried to move it that way just
So
in case.
I want to do damage. Oop, dexterity saving throw, normal, normal. All right. So it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 of them passed and the rest failed. So let us go here. Go ahead and click your damage. Yeah, go ahead and click damage, Josh. Nice. Except for the 1/1. All right, so 1, 2, 3. Wait a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There should have been 8 of them. Why did only 1, 2, 3? Yeah, it's weird that. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and say that the 2 guys that passed are the ones standing right in front of Ragnar. So I am just going to do all of the other creatures got, let's see, 1, 2, yeah, all the rest got full damage. All right, So let's see here. All right, so this guy is down because he only had 6 left. This guy actually taking half damage at 28 is 14. Leaves him with that. And then, so this guy's gone, this guy's gone, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. 8 gnolls get obliterated in the flames, leaving just the one standing there next to Ragnar, as well as there are some in the room, you probably assume. Anything else from you? You've got
No,
15, you've got about 15 feet of movement left if you want to move back, but just in case, so. All right.
No, I'm good.
All right, cool. Nilo, you are up.
Alrighty.
Let me first give you back your 20 hit points. Okay. Now you can go.
Raldo is going to give me advantage on this warg,
Okay.
and he now has sight on the other one. I am now going to stab this warg.
Okay. "27 hits.
Ooh, 1d6, not 16.
Hit. As that is enough to take the warg out.
Okay, well, ignore that then.
Yep.
I'm going to immediately advance onto this one here.
Okay.
Would that 16 have hit him?
Yes. But just go
Okay,
ahead and do
so
the
I'm just-
just go ahead and roll damage.
Yep.
As that manages to take out that gnoll. As you get to the corner, you can see there is a huge ogre as a door opened and the ogre moving in your direction. And you can also see that there are some Norkers, and there's an open door right here as well where Ragnar, you know that's where the gnolls came from. And you can see the scarred and charred bodies lying on the floor up and around here, as well as one lying in the doorway as it was obliterated by the fireball cast by Hydra.
As a bonus action for slaying the individual, I am going to cast Hex onto the guy coming in the room.
Which guy?
This guy, you said I can see him through the door, right?
Yeah, it's an ogre.
Where?
It's an ogre.
I'm going to mark that one now.
Okay. He is now hexed. All right. Is that it?
And my dragon will evade
All right.
to avoid becoming mincemeat.
All right. That is where we're going to pause tonight's game, because this combat is going to be extended and dragged out because you guys know what happened before. Additionally, I'm going to take a screenshot of what everything is because I'm hoping that by if I stop the combat and restart it next time, it won't have all that frickin' weird shit that's going on. It's really irritating me. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm sorry, what's that?
I was to say that restarting Foundry might fix it
Yeah.
as well.
Yep. So what I am going to do, and again, so one thing that I did do is I did update to the latest of the Foundry version 12 version of D&D 5e. But there's Foundry version 13 has since released in a stable, and they're wanting me to upgrade this to D&D version 5.0, but I can't because it's not compatible with Foundry version 12. But Foundry version 13 is not available on the Forge yet. And I want to make sure everything doesn't break, because usually it takes a month or so for a stable release to come out, and then all the modules and stuff catch up with all the changes and stuff. So what I did is I just took a screen grab of who's in combat and who's what's where and what everybody's initiative and stuff was. And so when we come back to the game, Zadkill will probably have to recast Bless on everybody. Maybe not. I'm not sure. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to end combat, and then I'm going to probably restart the server after we all leave tonight. I'm going to restart the server, and then I'll come back in and I'll try to get the initiative and all the other stuff set up so that when we come back next week, hopefully we'll be able to finish combat. So the combat's the hardest part about this module because there's so many creatures. And so, but you guys are well along the way there. You've been through about a third of the creatures so far in the 2 combats on the upper level. So hopefully it won't take too long to get through the other 2/3. So anyway, good luck. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to the, where we are ending. I really appreciate anybody that's still out on the stream that's hanging out with us. I know it's just a lengthy combat. Hopefully combat is something that you guys enjoy. I definitely think it's the 4D10 is the gods punishing me. So, Nilo, make sure that I got you that nat 20. Yep. Nilo has 2. So I am going to carry over the nat 20s, for next game because you guys didn't use them, and we're still in the middle of combat and I'm ending the game. But like I said, I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. What?
I knew that the big guys were in there. I didn't want to use them on Norkers and Gnolls.
Yeah. Well, I kind of figured.
I was hoping to run into them before the session ended.
Yeah. No, it's all right. Not a big deal. It's just a, what's that?
This is something to look forward to next week.
Yep, exactly. And I will tell you, after all the combat and on this level and all the stuff, this module has some pretty cool parts to it if you get through it all. So it's really an interesting adventure. But anyway, bottom line is I appreciate anybody and everybody that's out there hanging out with us. Let's see who we want to raid. Still see who's out there.
Thanks
Solid
for watching,
10.
everybody. Thank you for the session.
Yep.
I had a great time.
Hopefully you guys will just give me like 30 seconds as we go to raid over to Solid 10 D&D. See what they got going on. I know they've had they just started a new campaign not too long ago. I'm not sure what session they're on, but hopefully all of you will bounce over with this. But we will be here Monday, and it will be here next Friday. And for those that care, my Thursday game is on. No skipping out this time, Josh. So
All right, everybody.
all right, man. We'll see you guys later. But we're gonna bounce over there. So just remember, in a world you can be anything that you want. All we ask is that you be kind. Don't forget to tell Solid D&D we said hi. Let them know where you came from. See you next time. Peace.
Out at Dante.
It's followers only chat again.
Should have seen that coming.
You still can't hear us? Can you hear us now? Or is it just
Hold on,
lagging?
it's behind.
It's behind.
They got followers only chat on.
There it is.
It's way behind.
Yeah, it's way behind.
32 people, and they put out followers only chat.
Seriously?
Yeah, usually it's pretty quick.
Unfortunately, as much as it might annoy us, it unfortunately is
Hey, Agora,
necessary
we're trying to work out our
sometimes.
tech issue.
Well, I mean,
Coming back from break.
if you're not following, I mean, they're definitely a good group to follow. I mean, I don't mind
We may
that,
be
but
in a little bit of
as
a
long as
delay.
it's not subs, you know?
True.
Yeah, the subs only chat are even worse. But
Yeah.
no, I know that there are some there are some people out there that will go out of there. They'll go and look up people with not a lot of followers, go into the call and just be absolute dicks to them.
Yeah.
Really, I never had that problem when I
Yes.
used to stream.
Yeah.
Oh, it's just luck of the draw with that. But there are people that go out there, and usually people that are doing the followers only chat is specifically to avoid those types of groups.
And to that point, there could have been something that happened that they went to followers only chat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't recall